Who the f- is DDG? Who the f- is DDG? Who is DDG? Who is that? Who the f- is DDG? Cuz. All right. Who the f- is DDG? All right, chat. All right, chat. All right, chat. YG has been arrested. All right. Uh, all right, y'all. We're gonna break this down like a pound. Boom. Okay. So, with that all being said, chat. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let DJ Full Moon stay. Man, I'm finna go get the same way, Jason. I'm finna go get the same way. Over the murder of Draco the Ruler. Like into this. Oh, it's looking like cops have detained YG. So look, y'all, the police didn't detain YG, and we finna break this down like a pound because we need to know who said too much. Did Flakko say too much? Did Munchie B say too much? Or did the street say too much? What is going on here? Oh, shout out to my mom. Shout out to my chat. Looking like cops have detained YG to execute a search warrant over the murder of Draco the Ruler. Man, yes, police are looking, police are searching, police are trying to find somebody to attach to this crime, and it's not looking like they are going to stop anytime soon. As you can see, police have stopped YG and are safe to say Munchie B didn't see it coming. Asking him a bunch of questions outside of a Los Angeles studio. You can see the California Highway Patrol asking YG a bunch of questions. You can see YG standing right there in the black as you see him meandering around as police are asking him a bunch of questions about the 187, the unalignment of Draco the Ruler. He looks like he's walking away with them cooperatively as he is getting taken away by two plainclothes CHP officers. This situation is getting tricky, icky, mickey, dicky, sticky, and it's an ugly situation. Now, we all know that it's getting Mickey in this situation because Munchie B was caught saying this.
Man, Draco is dead, bro. What are we talking about? Don't make me disrespectful.
Hold on, homie.
Hey, bro, look. Hold on. Hey, you know Draco shit used to be on the table and ain't there no more, right?
Fuck is you
Hold on. You know Draco shit was on the table and ain't there no more, right?
Me doing hey,
Hold on. You do know I did. I said fuck Draco and his brother worked there on Friday. You know, on there every Tuesday, right? Shut your dumb ass up, bro. Hey, Draco is dead, bro. Hey, bro. Bro, the nigga that killed Draco, I passed the bottle back and forth to him all the time. What are we talking about? Shut the fuck up, bro. You sound dumb. Hey, bro, stop bringing up on, stop talking about LA shit you don't know nothing about. And actually, Munchie B, you sound dumb. Because why would you go on God's internet and say that you passed the bottle to the man who unalived anybody? Why would you claim to have any knowledge of an unaliver? Why would you claim to have any remnants or any understanding or any conversation with an unaliver? Whew, the situation goes from bad to worse with these guys, doesn't it? He just doesn't understand. But you think that that's something? Well, this happened at No Jumper earlier this week.
Yesterday, sheriffs come here, or not sheriffs.
CHP, California Highway Patrol.
Okay, they come here. They're looking for Munchie. Josh says, what they, what are you looking to speak to him about or whatever? And they say, we're investigating a murder. And Josh, I guess, takes the card, texts Munchie, tells him, gives him the phone number or whatever. And that was that. Then today, at, I don't know, 11 a.m., 11:30. They're back. Same dudes, plain clothes, driving like a regular truck or something, I guess. And they, again, approach Josh and for some reason offer more information. They say, we're looking for Munchie and Adam. And that we're looking for them because we want to have a conversation about an investigation that we're doing into the murder of Drakeo the Ruler. Which was, I mean, I can only speak for myself, was mind-blowing to me because I'm perfectly happy telling everybody what my involvement with Drakeo was, which was like, over the years, we did 3 interviews, hangout, video shoots, see him at parties here and there, whatever. Never ever did we ever talk about any like street stuff or beef stuff or whatever. I wasn't really like so immersed in having those conversations at that time. And we kind of stayed out of like even talking about it on the podcast and stuff just because it was kind of close to home at the time.
But like the most salacious combos were on the pod, basically.
Yeah, for sure. He says on the podcast it was a little out there, but not anything that I would expect the cops to like want to question me about. So that was kind of shocking. And then also, I'll let Munchie speak, but like,
hold on. When you say he said, like, who you talking about? Like when y'all potted? Because I remember when AD was sitting next to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know, he was kind of. I think in that interview that we did, that he probably spoke more about like his beef and like people that he didn't like than like on anything else. Or at least that was the most me and him ever talked about. I never had an off-camera conversation about him with any street. And obviously, like, why would the cops care about off-camera conversations? Not like I had any kind of insider knowledge. I was kind of shocked to hear that they wanted to talk to me about it.
And the majority of like in all the interviews you did with him, the beefs that he did discuss, even in the first, it was like rap beefs and things of that nature primarily.
Yeah. We're talking about RJ and shit.
Yeah,
we weren't
like
talking about
Scheme and RJ and like, you feel me?
A lot of the street stuff with Drakeo, Stink Teen, etc. really only like started to make sense to me once it was all said and done. When I'm like watching the Trap Lord Ross video and I'm kind of like, oh, this is how all these different pieces fit together. Got it.
The thing, okay, I'm confused about a couple of things though.
Well, I did want to offer it to Munchie first.
Yeah, go ahead, Munchie.
See what he thinks about it.
Shit, I don't live at no jumper. Why they keep coming here? That's all. I mean, I don't know.
They came at 11:30. We'd be doing the news normally at noon. They probably thought you was finna be there at like that time.
Oh yeah, shit. I ain't homeless. I don't live here.
And that, well, yeah, you said why didn't they just go to my house if they were trying to talk to me?
Right. So that's all.
Why is it the CHP? That's what I'm confused about.
I don't know. I had my lawyer hit them. No, they ain't return no email or no call. So
for real? Because I called the number on
the card
that they gave me and he didn't pick up. But it said it was an office number, not a cell number.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably called them like an hour after they came here. So I definitely didn't probably
an hour after they came today.
Yeah, I called them. And my plan was basically like, I'm going to invite him in. I was going to Google this, but I was going to basically look up like, do I have to divulge if I'm recording audio having conversations with law enforcement? But then I was going to basically tell them, hey, I'm recording audio, just so y'all know. And then I was going to basically...
Now, you see that this situation is getting extra tricky. With all the police games going on at No Jumper, you never really know what to expect. You really never know what's coming in next. You never really know what level of flambery, skullduggery, or larceny will be experienced. Now, Adam 22, all content edition. All content edition. We know for a fact that he does not care anything about us and everything about the clips. So we all know that Adam's about his clips and dips. You feel me? It's an ugly Mickey.
Now, the question is, did Adam say too much? Did Flakko say too much? Did YG say too much? Or did Munchie B say too much? So this is what we're here to look at today, Chad. That's what we're here to kind of break down like a pound. You feel me? So let's kind of go here real quick. Let's see how the situation started with Munchie B
Red Bull and
Drakeo. Now, let's keep in mind, too, when people wonder why is Adam 22 being brought into this, pay attention to how much of this content comes from the Freak Factory. Pay attention to how much conversation comes from the Freak Factory as Munchie B sits on the witness stand, a.k.a. No Jumper.
Place, because everybody remembers this interview on Street TV of you and him both posted up on the block doing this interview together a long time ago. Like, what was your relationship with him?
That's my homeboy, little bro. I got his face tatted. That's my real homeboy, little bro. real close knit, close to his family, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but what you mean, like, as far as what the, like you said, like elaborate off what?
I mean, like when I made that video, I was basically telling the story from the perspective of Drakeo and shit. Whereas when you sent me that DM, I kind of thought about what I had said in that video, and it made me realize that I did probably gloss over the relationship or the person who lost their life in that situation. So, like, I mean, I don't know if it's even worthwhile to break down what you know about that situation or what could have taken place between certain parties leading up to that situation.
Listen, right? Because like when you look at the situation.
Now, it's interesting that you see Flakko and Munchie B at the same table, because we'll see that relationship sours later on. But it's interesting to see how Munchie B is a fan. Look at Flakko asking Munchie B police questions. Look at Flakko asking Munchie B police questions, and look at how unoffended Munchie B is. He's mad at Spody Face in real time now. Keep in mind, this is 2 years ago. So that's how long the feds have been building this situation. The feds have been watching No Jumper, watching Munchie B, watching Flakko, watching Adam for 2 years. Oh, y'all think it's a game? Y'all think I'm playing? Chat, I wouldn't lie to you. You feel me? I'll be fly with you, but I wouldn't lie to you. Chat, I'll get fly with you, but I wouldn't lie to you. Look at this. Look at this, chat. Boom. Boom. 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, Munchie B was a poetic Flakko sympathizer. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Munchie B is okay with Flakko asking him police questions about blood business. So let's listen to Munchie B of Blood give Flakko a full breakdown of what's going on in his hood and his beef, despite the fact of saying only Crips do this. Let's get back into this content because I think it's interesting to point these things out. As Point and Shoot would say, what a goof.
Certain parties leading up to that situation.
Listen, right? Because like when you look at the situation, so how the story was essentially told was Drakeo and them, like they pulled up, and then I think it was Kels and AB and told Drakeo, yo, you know, there's some Inglewood families here.
Mm-hmm.
And then as they are telling Drakeo that, Red Bull is just walking by and they see him and they open fire and they kill him. So did Red Bull and Drakeo or Kels and AB like were they already into it? Like was their words like exchanged back and forth, or do you feel like this was just some random shit they seen them, you know, they panic and kill them?
Is that a police question? Flakko describes the who, kills, the what, an unalivement, the when, at a pool, that night at the pool, at the lingerie party, the where, the lingerie party, the how, with the pow, with the why of they having beef. Now let's see how Munchie B answers the who, what, when, where, whys, and hows of this police question.
I don't know nothing about that because I wasn't there, so I don't know. But I ain't never met Drakeo in my life. I don't think the homie did either. Okay? So I don't know.
Yeah, because
Drakeo he's in the wrong place, the wrong time. So for somebody to
So he starts off by giving the correct answer. Let's see how too much talking will make this the wrong answer.
be so
Because we have 9 more minutes left of this content, so something had to have been said.
we're at the wrong place, the wrong time, and come on and make songs like they a mass murderer, that's crazy. Hey, you got out because you was innocent. You didn't do nothing. You know what I mean? That's my thing. Kels and AB, I can't speak for them. You know what I'm saying? I won't. They in jail. They might got pills coming. I don't speak on anything.
Well, like, okay, but wasn't Drakeo alleged to have like drove with the getaway car, right? Like would drive off the scene. So if
that was why he was being charged.
Yeah, right. So essentially his innocence could probably be called into question in terms of his role, right? Because if he was the getaway driver, well, he was found I'm not guilty, right?
No, they just dropped the charges the second time around.
Oh, sure, I bet. So the charges got dropped.
I wasn't there for none of that.
No, but if it's true though, like,
because when you talk about stuff like that, getaway drivers and all that, even though he resting or whatever, you still got people that's
true
in the pen, or they probably looking towards the pills or whatever. You know, that's
not you, because 2 years later you go on and say that you passed about as the person who did the unalivement, but whatever.
You know, the case be over. That should still be. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like talking about stuff like that.
Wait the rest, but true. But when you say, yo, Drakeo got out of jail and was talking like.
Now, I just want to point out that Munchie B is happily hanging out with a police informant. You said that Poetic Federal, as you like to call him, Poetic Federal, does too much Well, you've sat with him, from my opinion, 3 minutes and 43 seconds too long as he continues to ask you these police style questions that you're doing a good job of dancing around for now. We do know that kind of fades away. I don't know what happened. 2 years ago, you were so sharp. 2 years ago, you were so sharp, and now you're not. But you're definitely sitting around Poetic Federal. You feel me? Munchie B is definitely Munchie B didn't cap. He full blown told a lie to y'all on his stream yesterday. He got up there and told y'all that he hated Flakko. Look how happy he is to clout chase with Flakko. Look how happy Munchie B is to clout chase with Flakko. What are you talking about? Munchie B loves Flakko. Munchie B just doesn't like that Flakko started talking negatively about him. Munchie B is the biggest clout chaser. He just do it with his stick. He out here clout chasing like this. Like Ray Charles touching wrists to see how she looked. Come on, bro. What are we talking about?
He was a mass murderer and he had nothing to do with it.
Right.
But he was allegedly the getaway driver. So if he did get out and essentially he was allegedly the getaway driver. So if he had nothing to do with it.
Right.
But he was allegedly the getaway driver. So if he did get out and essentially beat the case on a technicality.
I've been telling y'all Munchie B was fake, but y'all say that I'm a hater. No. Y'all just need to see Munchie B hate on somebody besides me so you see that it happens. When it's me, y'all don't care. For whatever reason, y'all have an infinity towards Flakko. Your business. It's a lot of Flakko. It's a lot of Flakko to love. But when it's me and I'm saying how Munchie B's mad at Spody Face, we'll get into that. We'll get into the many lies of Munchie B. Don't worry about it, because I'll have a main character moment. It's just not right now.
Then can he talk like that?
Driving away and getting a getaway driver is two different things. You know what I'm saying?
Not true.
So, but
Yep. You guarantee right. I for sure was letting Munchie B be in his little blind place of peace until he made the mistake of crossing his wrong bridge. Before he did that, he was at a day in LA with me, and that was better than the CNI dog. The way I helped him get in and out that building, it's stairs at a day in LA. He's blind. There are stairs, flights of stairs at a day in LA. He's blind. You were blind, and I led you. Ungrateful. You couldn't see. I was your eyes. Ungrateful. Was a gentleman. Made sure you got in and out cool because you was a guest. Ungrateful. Yeah, I'm live.
He didn't do nothing. You know what I mean? So
and then because Munchie B got mad because his homie got called out to a fade at a pool party that he didn't want to take, and his other homie got his collarbone broken. Now he mad, and now he behind the scenes trying to mess up my money. But we'll get into that.
So he got out of jail, and then he should have
let the fact remain. You was blind. And I led you, daredevil. Ungrateful.
Got back to rapping about foreign whips, ling bopping, flocking homes, crash, all that like the shit he been rapping about instead of all the other little reckless stuff, because it really don't apply to you because you didn't do nothing.
It's true, right?
Yeah, because I mean, that was always the question, I guess, from our perspective, is like when Drakeo did get released, was he all of a sudden in a situation that he couldn't get out of in terms of having beef with a whole shitload of people in LA? Or was it a situation where he was intentionally antagonizing the situation and making it so that he wasn't going to be able to...
Making the music he made and the posts and the lives and all that, I think that like kind of made stuff worse, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is this not talking about an open unalivement? See, he did so well in the beginning, saying that there's nothing to say. Well, now you're talking about how you think things are becoming worse. See how he's inching more and more into hypocrisy? Because that's not the Munchie B you guys heard yesterday that was so upset. Oh my God, Sporty Face was talking about me. Oh my God, Whack called Sporty Face, or Whack had somebody call Sporty Face, and then they had me Sporty Face called, or whatever. You was crying. Wipe your blind eyes, bro. What are you talking about? Whatever you're crying about.
Like say you would have kept making the same type of music you was making, it might have not been as amplified. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
because when you go back in time to 2016 or whatever, a part of the narrative about Drakeo was like, oh, it's dope that you got a rapper coming out of LA that's not really like gang affiliated and isn't necessarily rapping about that type of shit. Then you fast forward to 2019, 2020, or whenever he gets released, all of a sudden his content starts getting a little bit different. And the way he would have described it would have been to say, these motherfuckers got problems with me. I tried to squash shit, or I tried to put it to the side and not make that a thing for me, but I wasn't able to. People were dead set on having beef with me no matter what. So he said he didn't really have a choice.
Okay, you got D Smoke. He from Inglewood.
Mm-hmm.
And where he's raised is like my neighborhood. Don't nobody associate him with no kind of gang, nothing, right? You got Problem. You got Kendrick Lamar. That grew up where they grew up.
You got who?
Right? You got Problem. You got Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar.
That grew up where they grew up. Ain't nobody trying to call him no Parus or none of that. But you got him, you know what I mean? He want to associate himself with certain groups, you know what I mean? Yeah. Certain groups that don't, you know what I'm saying, typically mess with us, you know what I mean? 60s, roll 100s or whatever.
So now Munchie B is giving the game breakdown to why it would be plausible for he himself or one of his constituents to have an issue with Drakeo the Ruler, whose homie is from Honeys, that has unalived one of Munchie B's homies, and now Munchie B is tying Drakeo to the same group of people that unalived his homie. You are going to tell me that Kendrick Lamar approves of this? Not on Kendrick Lamar's internet, we won't. This is turkey nuts.
Oh, you know what I mean? Yeah. You want to align yourself with these people because of the case unit card or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You didn't hear about all these little affiliations and all that before the case, you know what I'm saying? So like a lot of stuff people bring on themselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, so before the Red Bull death, was the conflict with Drakeo and the Sting team, was that just some rap shit or was that some street shit?
I never paid attention. I never knew nothing about none of that before then.
Sure, right? Because why, like I asked that is, because in 2016, and I think I got the month here, right?
But you talking about a song with Sean Mack?
No, right? No, look. So Drakeo released, I think it's like Chunky Monkey, right? And a short time and afterwards, according to, I think it's like the Fairway article, so Drakeo cousin got robbed. Too Shitty and Catchy and Drakeo were all, I believe, and shot at on separate occasions, right? So from the perspective of the fans, and we're thinking, yeah, this is just some rap shit prior to Red Bull dying, but apparently, you know, like the Sting team and Drakeo were engaged in, you know,
Now, Munchie B's not upset with Poetic Federal asking these federal questions. In fact, this is the interview that led to Munchie B having a job at No Jumper. This is a series of interviews that led to Adam saying, hey, maybe we should have this guy upon us. This interview, this federal interview, is how Munchie B ended up working at No Jumper. But it's F. Flakko. It seems like you should be thanking this guy, because without Flakko, we'll get into it. We're gonna be here for a second. Let's kick it, chat. Get comfortable. Roll a blunt, pour a shot. We're breaking it down like a pound.
Heated, I guess, street conflict with the Inglewood families, even before Red Bull passed away.
He went to jail. Some Red Bull related things, and then he got out of.
Hold on. Listen to this federal question that Munchie B is now answering as Flakko asked.
And no, right? I got the month here. Why? Like I asked.
And Flakko has even down to the month. But Munchie B such this super stomp down. Dun, 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 gang banger. That's my cape. Bang banger. He's a bang banger, bang bimber, because he's a blood. Dun, 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 dun. But why are you sitting here asking these questions? Poor little ting ting. Flakko been setting you up for 2 years. For 2 years. 2 years. Listen to the question. And listen to the answer.
I never paid attention. I never knew nothing about none of that before then.
Sure, right? Because why, like I asked that is, because in 2016, and I think I got the month here, right?
But you talking about a song with Sean Mack?
No, right? No, look. So Drakeo released, I think it's like Chunky Monkey, right? And a short time and afterwards, according to, I think it's like the Fairway article, so Drakeo cousin got robbed. Too Shitty and Catchy and Drakeo were all, I believe, and shot at on separate occasions, right? So from the perspective of the fans, and we're thinking, yeah, this is just some rap shit prior to Red Bull dying, but apparently, you know, like the Sting team and Drakeo were engaged in, you know, a heated, I guess, street conflict with the Inglewood families, even before Red Bull passed away.
He went to jail. Some Red Bull related things, and then he got out of jail. Then
that is tying a history of violence to the situation, Munchie B. You are open source telling. That's the witness stand, bro. Anytime somebody sit in this chair right here, it's the witness stand. 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 You are open source telling. You just related a previous beef to an unalivement where multiple people have lost their lives. And you're explaining the history of the beef. Right. That is called probable cause.
the Chucky Monkey video.
Oh yeah. Oh, bad.
Right.
So Red Bull's death was before Chunky Monkey.
But all the last shootings and stuff, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, when you burglarize people's houses, it might be the person house you burglarize. I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, you're true.
Yeah, I don't know about that shit.
As far as you and him dissing each other, though, because obviously a lot of people, it's kind of the other elephant in the room is that Drakeo, in his final interview that I did with him, he was dissing you, and I had no idea what he was talking about. AD told me to leave it alone because he kind of figured it out partway through, like, oh, shit. When did things become, when did that become a thing between you and him specifically?
When he started referencing the homie in songs.
Mm.
The homie can't speak back. So I spoke. That's all that was. And then, like, it's a gang of homies from Inglewood. They focus on their careers. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to veer into the rap beef thing, and they take it a little bit more serious than I do. I know how to rap. You know what I mean? But they got real situations and shit. So I'm saying, Lil Deuce ain't trying to diss this dude. Rochi ain't trying to diss this dude. Scheme ain't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not that they scared, so they like, man, you know what I'm saying? So I got it. You know what I mean?
And 2016, I remember Ruchi and Drakeo being around each other. It was all good.
Right. That's prior to the beef.
Yeah.
Right. That was cool. I never met the dude Drakeo. I don't know nothing about him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about none of them really. I don't know them dudes. Like, except anybody that's probably thinks as gangbangers, I know who they is. The rest, I don't know them dudes. Like the pimps and the flockers, I don't know them. Never met them.
So how do you feel when you heard about him saying that on the podcast, blatantly taking shots at you?
How I felt disrespected. Yeah, what you mean? Yeah, I felt disrespected. And then most rappers they pop out. LA rappers, they at all these little clubs, like these people, they not in a place to be. Them particular groups. So I'm like, and they saying all this on this large platform disrespecting me, but I can't even get my lick back at all. You feel me? It ain't like I'm gonna run into you niggas.
Well, you're getting your lick back. You're on No Jumper breaking down the motive. You're on No Jumper breaking down a motive. You just gave a probable cause and a motive to an unalignment. Now, this is not where Munchie. You would think that this would be enough, right? You would think that this would be enough. You would think that this would be. You would think that talking to Flakko, even though Munchie swears to God he never talked to Flakko, you would think that's enough, right? But it gets even deeper because guess what? Munchie B says,
because if he on that type of time,
Munchie B says, not only does he pass the bottle to who unalive this person, not only does he pass the bottle to unalive this person, oh no, slimy Z3F. You said Munchie barely saying anything. If you were Munchie B's homie and he was barely saying anything about your situation of an open unalivement sitting next to Flakko, would that be enough for you? Would that be cool? You would be cool with this conversation? Let's talk about it. Because you're saying that, oh, well, Munchie B barely saying anything. So if you were the person responsible for these unalignments and your friend got on a podcast, meaning your friend is Munchie B, and he got on a podcast with Flakko and started talking about these things, would you be cool with it? Because right here, if Munchie B says, this is 2 years ago, he's been talking too much. Munchie B says his friend has a necklace made of Ralphie's teeth. So you're saying you have a friend who accosted Ralphie the Plug so bad. We now have a motive. We now have a reason. Accosted Ralphie the Plug so bad he has his teeth. None of my friends collect teeth. I don't hang out with the tooth fairy. I don't hang out with people who do that type of stuff. Shh. If you don't have to put a name on it, it's Flakko's a skip tracer. All I'm saying is, oh, he's trolling? Okay, cool. So you would be cool with your homie saying that about you then. That's cool. I'm glad that you would be okay with that. My homies don't talk that way about me. But let's get into this, though, because Munchie is saying that he knows somebody who accosted Ralphie the Plug so bad, his teeth are gone. As he's sitting here talking to Flakko. Boy, did they set Munchie B up.
How has podcasting changed your life? Like, are you in love with this shit? And like, has it really kind of given you a different focus in life?
No, I like it. I like it because get some notoriety for something other than the negative things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm having conversations with people I probably wouldn't have had no conversations with years prior. You know what I mean? Like
What's up, man?
OG Ron. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Kev Mac. He interviewed me. Shit like that. You know what I mean? Shit. No. I like it though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like even with me, like when he was asking me an interview or whatever, it's kind of easy for me to just be like, nah, like I ain't really with him like that.
Mhm.
But then I kept watching the podcast clips, kind of like,
Yeah,
let me see you as a person. Let me see that you're actually talented, having these conversations and shit. And that kind of made me see it from another perspective. Whereas, it's kind of easy to just write somebody off on some generic shit.
Yeah, because if you're on that type of time, I'm supposed to be on that type of time with people that I ain't effing with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then if I'm on this platform and then I'm doing what I'm doing, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm on this type of time, though. You know what I mean? They ain't.
See, how does a conversation about podcasting, which is what you should be talking about, get into a conversation of you talking about somebody's teethis?
Ignorant 25-8. You know what I mean? So it's shit like that.
For sure. So you got anything planned? What are you guys planning for the show?
So
To drop my shit, right? To drop my interview, man.
Man, first of all, we gotta retrieve it. Like it's a
Wait, hold on. What was that?
My shit, right?
What are you guys planning for the show?
To drop my shit, right? To drop my interview, man.
Damn. Munchie B, drop your interview with your homie Flakko. Why he wasn't federal Flakko then? He wasn't already doing too much in the streets telling it. He wasn't federal Flakko. Damn. He wasn't federal Flakko then?
Man, first of all, we gotta retrieve it. Like it's like I ain't the tech guy. I don't know all that shit, but if something went wrong with and like it could be saved or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
The audio's out though.
Where?
The audio's been out.
man,
Where?
Apple
On
Podcasts,
Apple Podcasts.
Spotify, iHeart is all there because Mr. Bully, he think he bullied the program and then it didn't come out. You hear me?
Uh-huh.
So
No,
like
listen.
he think he got
I
the
came through.
he got the best of Alex in a debate,
Yeah,
and then he bullied the program.
Look how happy Munchie is to be sitting with Flakko. Look at that smile. Look at how happy he is. Munchie B was so happy to be Flakko's friend. Bro, Flakko's the reason you even have
He
it.
think he bullied the program and then it didn't come out. You hear me?
Uh-huh.
So
No,
like
listen.
he think he
I
got the
came
best.
through.
He got the best of Alex in a
Look at that smile. He's happy. About it. I can tell you all about it. Huge waste of time. Huge waste of a night. Huge waste of everything. Happy. That boy happy to be sitting next to Flakko. Happy. Munchie B would be cool with Flakko to this day if Flakko never crossed him. To this day. He's showing teeth. He is happy. Now, let's be 100% true. Flakko had all these cases where Munchie B was sitting here cheesing. Munchie B. Flakko had all the cases that you're talking about, all the issues that you're talking about. Mind you, Munchie B's now trying to expose Flakko for what he did in 2022. This is 2 years ago. Let me show y'all. This is 2 years ago. It's 2026, so this is 2024. You're talking about what Flakko did in 2020, excuse me. So you knew about it then. All these allegations that Flakko has, all these he's this and he's that, the David Jala, blah, blah. We've been saying this about Flakko. And you sat up here and you was ha he with him showing teeth. Look at you. You was excited.
debate,
Yeah,
and then he bullied the program and it didn't come out.
No, it's out. It's definitely out. The audio's out.
Oh,
Be
shit.
careful.
So happy he hitting his head. He's so happy he bumping his head. He's so happy. He's ecstatic.
No, it's out. It's definitely out. The audio's out.
He's so happy he's bumping his head. Now you hate Flakko. Come on, bro. Don't believe these guys, bro. You only like Flakko because Flakko didn't give you what you wanted. You're a spoiled kid. You only don't like Flakko because Flakko didn't give you what you wanted.
out.
Oh,
We'll be
shit.
careful.
It's your fault.
But we're gonna try to drop some merch. Can I say it? Book? Oh, a book.
Flakko had a notepad full of questions, and nobody batted an eyebrow.
For sure. I'm really good at writing.
Okay, is it Alex like calling the shots and basically like forcing the podcast to happen, or are you guys motivated on your own at this point to be like, nah, we're gonna come up with our own topics and find the guests?
We do come up with our own topics. All the guests, we came through with the guests on our own. You know what I mean? Through like relationships, already got and then topics. You know what I'm saying? Current events, hot topics, or whatever, just whatever's on our mind or whatever. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Everybody we came through, and then it's a lot more guests we got coming up. You know what I'm saying?
He's just been changing some stuff around in there, so that's why we haven't had guests. But other than that, we be at it every week like y'all.
Hell yeah. Nah. But even if you don't see the visuals on YouTube, it's Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeart on the digital garbs. You know what I'm saying?
We're trying to get more videos.
Like
Speaking of a funny name, when was the last time like you've seen or even like heard from like Money Monk?
Huh?
You don't know who Money Monk is?
Oh, he in jail, bro.
Oh, damn. Okay.
He in jail. He said he apologized for all that bullshit he was doing.
Yeah, because he violated with the song.
Yeah, no, the song is trash. If a song weak, it can't get you mad though. You know what I mean? When it shit be hard, like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you know how Drake dropped that back to back. He got a Grammy for that.
Yeah.
Females is dancing and twerking to that. I'll be mad if somebody was twerking to a diss song about me.
Yeah.
Like, don't be in a club shaking your ass and any disrespecting me.
What's the best song that disses either you or your hood that you kind of couldn't help but enjoy?
It ain't a rapper. It's probably some banging on wax stuff from back in the day.
Go way back, yeah.
Yeah, it ain't no mainstream.
No wax tape. How should be
No, those is real gaming. Yeah, it's called Why We Bang.
God damn, my nigga.
This nigga crazy.
Wait, you backed her too?
Like the homie can't a lot, but you know we can't seem to get along. So like they ain't gonna never see the day alike. But we did that one video, that one song, and then after that, like we fell out.
Yo, finish this line for me, all right? So I think the line was niggas talking shit all on no jumper. Finish the line. Finish the line.
No, some they ain't got no jumper.
Yes.
They ain't got. But that's another song that ain't never came out.
What?
That's
listen.
Hey, listen. The thing is, when I rap, I punch shit in.
But I said, drop that shit though.
I asked my boy KD. Like I can't. After that, I can't remember the music. Like so, when I'm doing videos, it be kind of like, damn. He got his teeth knocked out.
And he said something that I didn't know.
So with that all being said, you see how Flakko set him up, man. For 7 minutes, he's talking about nothing. But this is where the flu flam comes in at.
Shit ever though. Listen, and in that song, and he said something that I didn't know like was true.
He got his teeth knocked out?
And he said that Ralphie got some new teeth because he got it knocked out. And I never heard Ralphie gotten his teeth knocked out before.
Yeah, he ain't got veneers by choice.
And he got knocked out where?
So now you're telling a story about how the person who you beef with's brother got his teeth knocked out and your homie was collecting the teeth like a serial unaliver. Like a serial unaliver, collecting teeth. Got it.
Jail?
Yeah.
And how you know this?
Because the homies did it. Right, Smiley?
Is that not a snitch? Is that not telling? Is that not telling on your homies? Because it's illegal to fight people in jail. So now you're telling us that your homie got into a fight with Drakeo the Ruler's brother, who you guys have had an active issue with. And if you go back and you watch this entire interview, the entire interview with Munchie and Flakko is like 3 hours. It's like 3 hours. And they're talking about these situations. Mind you, you keep seeing me reference clips from the same interview. So we know that the whole interview is about getting as much information about your conflict with Drakeo the Ruler as possible. Now you're telling us how your homies knocked out his brother and knocked his teeth out his mouth. Right. How do I know? Because my homies did it. You were so careful this whole interview to not say anything. And then when it comes to something so simple as teeth, how do you know? Because my homies did it. Okay.
Homie learned his teeth on a necklace.
Hey, look, listen.
Hold up, they knocked his teeth out and put it on a necklace and wore it?
Homie made his necklace on his teeth.
Wait, which homie?
That's some sick shit.
Hey, look.
that makes you a serial unaliver.
I don't believe it until we know the homie who did it, man.
You're gonna wear it?
He's still locked up anyway. But he's still locked up anyway. But
really?
But the thing is, he got out of jail during COVID, right?
Mhm.
So he always kept that mask around his mouth. He didn't get his teeth fixed until Drakeo got out of jail and paid for it. But we just pay attention to detail, pay attention to interviews and stuff like.
All right, Munchie B, you narrate the entire crime. You give all the details. You give the timeline. You talk about, you sit with Poetic Federal and you talk about a crime of somebody getting their teeth knocked out. Go for it.
Like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I say facts. I don't talk about no dumbass.
Oh, you say facts. So everything you're saying is factual. Okay.
Fixing to Drake.
Everything that you're about to say about your homies committing a crime in the county jail that later leads to now 2 years later where somebody's being picked up for a body, you only say facts. Okay, got it.
Got out of jail and paid for it. But we just pay attention to detail, pay attention to interviews and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I say facts. I don't talk about no dumbass rumors and all that shit. Like, just pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Or ask them.
Wait now. So how was the necklace made with the teeth? So the homies took
people
the
in jail
string
here,
and put it.
I'm not that crafty, but whatever how he did it. But like people in jail is crafty, bro. Like I don't know how that was done, but I know that shit came out.
That's one of the craziest things I ever heard on.
So you never heard his teeth was fake?
And the fact that you said it's a rumor, not a fact, makes it even crazier.
I never really thought about it. I don't think.
Wait though, like his teeth came out like all 32 or y'all?
No, not all 32.
That would be a hell of a punch.
Yeah. I don't know.
You are not realistic.
Yeah, I don't know squabbling like that, but like no, he got some teeth knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought you just let people have it on the internet. Somehow how many people they beat up in jail or whatever. I mean, that's cool.
To be real though, a shitload of people get their teeth fucked up in jail, Crip Mac included.
Right.
Ralphie is known to like have hands though, right?
No, about who?
Okay, you.
Nah, but that's why I was Brick was here though. Because Brick said on the interview that like niggas had the homie shook. I'm like, damn, the hood got history of beefing with real gangs, notorious gangs, murderers. Yeah. So a group of rappers come to jail and they got these niggas shook. Like you gotta be realistic. You know what I'm saying? I know niggas your friends. Yeah. Like let's just be real and shit. But not all 32.
So it's all live. So like the hands not there.
As far as him?
Yeah.
No, it may be there, but you just not beating niggas up, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, the homies not gonna blink twice when it comes to.
So let me show y'all something real quick that was also kind of brought upon me because Brick Baby was mentioned. And shout out to my man Brick. This is the only way to talk about an interview.
600, you know I fuck with you.
Nah.
But this is strange.
So the 16 and Brick Baby are calling out Lovejoy for his police-like activity, and what happens next is Three Fingers Whack and Lovejoy call in on a three-way call so that they can start talking about police stuff. And Brick Baby gets so upset by this that he walks off the show.
That is the only way to go about it. Walk off the show. You don't sit there with Flakko for 3 hours and have an interview, Munchie B. You bust a Brick Baby and you get out of there. You don't sit there for 3 hours with Flakko giving content, talking too much, breaking down unalivements, talking about teeth, giving probable cause, giving rhyme and reasons, who, what, when, where, whys, and hows. You don't do that. You do what Brick Baby did. You walk away.
Because the 16's obviously doing
Brick,
too much.
the one who told 600 first.
Who? About what?
About Big U's alleged body, maybe?
Huh? Bro, I'm not
we got
finna
600
talk
on the
about.
line.
Listen, I'm not talking about big. Listen, Adam. I'm finna walk out the door. I'm not talking about no fucking murder case.
Wait, I just want to hear.
I'm not about to talk about an open unalivement case. Hear what Brick Baby said.
This man walked
600 about Big U's alleged body, maybe?
Huh? Bro, I'm not
we got
finna
600
talk
on the
about.
line.
Listen, I'm not talking about big. Listen, Adam. I'm finna walk out the door. I'm not talking about no fucking murder case.
Wait, I just want to hear. I just want to hear.
Baby's not standing for it. Brick Baby's keeping it G. He walks off. He gets mad. He says, "I ain't talking about no open murders up in this motherfucker. y'all finna be locked up on another murder that y'all ain't even talking about, cuz. On the dead homies, y'all talking about an open murder, cuz. Out 6L West Side Road. And he's not the only one. Loose Cannon got upset about this too, and this is what made Loose Cannon turn on Lovejoy.
Listen, this man walked
600. Are we saying that Munchie B is not as smart as Loose Cannon because even Loose Cannon figured it out? Hold on.
No open murders up in this month. On another murder we're talking about. Kobe's y'all's 6L West got upset about this too, and this is what made Loose Cannon turn on Lovejoy.
Listen, I do not agree with nobody talking about an open case. Dead homies. Don't put me involved in that.
Sheesh. Munchie B, don't let me find out that you're not smarter than Turtle. Even Turtle knew to stay out of the turtle tank. Let's see what Draco the Ruler had to say
He was
about
talking about how.
Hey, one more thing. We can edit it after this. Hey, if somebody that can't see said that they was gonna like slide on you, how would that happen? Like, you blind. I'm just wondering this. Like, how are you gonna like do anything if you blind? You can't see. You can't even drive. Okay, nobody important. It's crazy.
I don't know.
My bad. I know the truth.
Why y'all smiling at me? Don't look at me that way.
No, that's you, because you just like.
I just said everything was cool when the nigga said he was gonna beat me up, nigga. Oh, no jumper now. We can't talk about it. I mean,
so that's what Draco had to say about Munchie B. Now let's kind of get into this. So now that we have the history, let's get into, you know what? Let's see where Flakko comes in. Let's throw this right here.
Why are you going?
Flakko is now making a mockery of Munchie B. Let's slide. You know what? Let's go about right here. Okay.
No, it didn't. Munchie would even make a threat that he wasn't done with me and he was gonna be at me every day if I dropped this video.
Frederick, your real name, you know what I'm saying? But whatever, Frederick Jala.
You know what? I'm sorry, y'all. I actually have the timeline wrong. We have to go back a video first before we get into this one because we got to get into boom right here.
Anyway, I guess we might as well sort of like jump right into some of the craziness that has been going on here. And I guess the starting point that makes sense to begin with is the fact that Flakko put out a now somewhat viral post where he said,
this is before Flakko has put the video out. This is when he's saying that he was just thinking about putting the video out.
And I will read directly here. There is an arrest coming.
If you get into a fight with Munchie B, you better be careful because I know he's going to smack you with that walking stick. He going to smack you with that walking stick. Smurf, what's the deal, fool?
Very.
Oh, yeah, Smurf, we already got past that, bro. What's up with you, though, my nigga?
Very soon in a famous LA rapper's death. My video is dropping once I get the green light to name the #1 suspect. The only reason the arrest hasn't happened yet is because they are building a conspiracy and don't want another famous rapper to flee. I don't want to interfere. If LAPD drags their feet another month, I'm dropping the content. This has kind of set the LA internet aflame. Obviously, everybody believes that he's probably talking about Drakeo, and he's basically acknowledged as much since this. And obviously, a lot of people felt like this was kind of crazy. It's not typically the work of podcasters to expose ongoing murder investigations.
The whole thing, right?
And what do you think is
I love how Young and Hefe stays quiet this entire situation.
Up with his brother? This has kind of been thrown out there a bit over the years, but I don't know if we ever really.
I mean, but people be reporting on shit and trying to air people out, and then you got going on around you. My whole thing focus on that, bro. I don't give a fuck about no gangbangers and no shit. What about the babies? And these females is defenseless, and they trying to pull a wee out on them and shit like that.
So
you know where are you about that? That's what I'm on. Like, and what's your motivation though? I don't get it. What's your motivation?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he would say that his motivation is to create engaging content that people are going to want to watch, or if he would say that he feels like his motivation is that he just wants to help solve a murder. I mean, he's previously said that he's like really into the idea of helping put gang members away in prison, right? So I guess that would kind of make sense if that was his goal here.
Okay, so mind you, Munchie B only got mad at Flakko when this situation came up. We just watched the whole clip of Munchie B talking to Flakko about this whole situation. Now you don't like how Flacco's presenting it. Now you're mad. Now you're mad. We just watched the whole video of Munchie B trying to feel his way around life to see what Flakko was talking about. Now you mad. Come on, bro.
So, Munchie, when I first saw you and Flacco interact.
See, Smurf, I'm not saying that Feather Muggers ain't talking. I'm not saying that at all. But Smurf, I want you to pay attention to this video, how quiet Spody Face is and how quiet Young and Hefe is. Sometimes the best thing to say is nothing.
Like you guys were kind of getting into it. I feel like y'all had beefed it on Clubhouse or something like that, right?
Before they ever came around?
Yeah.
No.
You had gotten into it with them or like had a disagreement with them in some capacity, you know?
No, because Flacco kind of takes credit for Munchie even being on this podcast in the first place.
He is, but I thought this is my understanding.
When we first met, we didn't get into it at all.
Okay, so when we first met,
being on this podcast in the first place.
He is.
Flacco kind of takes credit for Munchie even being on this podcast in the first place.
In Munchie's first interview, which is what we saw, is him talking about Drakeo and his situation.
He is, but I thought this is my understanding.
When we first met, we didn't get into it at all.
Okay, so what I had thought was that you guys had like some kind of disagreement. Y'all wound up chopping it up, and he's like, "I got to interview on the platform. You hella cool." He brought you over. That's not accurate at all?
No.
Okay, so he brought you over. He interviewed you. This was cool. And then at what point was there this contentious energy? When did you start having like beef with each other or feelings of my boy?
No, I ain't never been on beef, but I wasn't liking his takes, and it seemed like he was a lot of it was shock jock shit. So I avoided him. Like that ain't really how you feel because you don't got nothing to get.
So I really didn't have no problem with him. It was just shock jock stuff. This is not really how you feel.
It's gangbangers because you really you into villains. You want to interview people that's supposed to did this to people, this and this to people. I was the villain. I'm a little easier on the eyes to the internet now. I was the villain. They break putting kill squad in the streets and hanging around Long Beach Crips and shit. So you really don't feel that way. You just don't
see how when it comes to a situation that has nothing to do with anybody else, now you're throwing Brick Baby in there. Well, Brick Baby was doing this. What you talking about Brick Baby for? Why is Brick Baby a subject of conversation? We talking about your situation. Why are you inching Brick Baby, who at that time and at this time was in the federal penitentiary? Why you even bringing up kills? That's crazy.
Shock jock shit, but then they start getting annoying. Okay, now he doing the police work with this weird shit. Talking about if they drag their feet for another month and all that little weird shit. And it ain't just him, bro. Anybody that do the weird shit. Like I had a problem with Wack doing it with the big U shit.
No, you didn't. When it came to Big U and Loose Cannon, you had all the jokes, but that's not what this video is about.
Like
shout out to Young and Hefe eating them Dave the Sunflower Seeds, though. Somebody get that man an endorsement.
I didn't even like that the ATM Richie was playing with the P4 thing. Oh, I was on the phone like that. Why people playing with real life situations? I don't know. For content sake, because you're not an anchor on Channel 5 or nothing like that. Like I mean, I don't know, but that's what that is. But no, I ain't never started off back and forth for beefing with Flakko.
No, I've heard you say multiple times that you don't like when people run content, or it's hard for you to tell when it's a play or not, and that frustrates you. I've heard you say that.
Yeah, but he a shock jock, bro, and he bro, you don't do shit like play with people's freedom and shit like that for fun or for entertainment. That ain't cool.
Well, at one point, because like when I first met you, Flakko like was pushing hard for you, and Flakko got you, or like was like, you know, he was setting up a pod with 3 of us, and he was like, it seemed like y'all had a really good.
Wait, hold on. Damn, that's me, Spody Face. I know y'all looking like how I end up on this testifying stand. How I end up in this witness statement. I'm just trying to pod. It's crazy like that in the hood sometimes. 1 minute you eating food, drinking a Red Bull, Young and Hefe giving you sunflower seeds. The next minute Munchie be saying too much. Who gonna get picked up for this Draco the Ruler case? Will it be Munchie B? We gonna see. For now, we gonna watch no jumper. Jumper.
It was like, you know, he was setting up a pod with the three of us, and he was like, it seemed like y'all had a really good relationship.
Nah, but yeah.
So like, when did that kind of switch?
I just told you. Like, I wasn't liking his angles on shit, and then he talking about shit he don't know nothing about. All this content that he do, like a little 13, 14-minute video, and you could figure out what happened with these two people in like what happened in 2 years and 13 minutes. And all that. Oh yeah, that's cool, but all that little street shit you should stay away from because you don't know nothing about it. You can't report on shit you don't know nothing about, bro.
My man Young and Hefe has the best response. This whole situation is turkey nuts.
But okay, that's the job of a YouTuber, right? Like if we're holding everybody to that standard, Spotify, you and Ant all make videos in which you basically attempt to take that's going on in the culture between members, rappers, etc., and you like explain the story and then offer your opinion, right? So how is that different from what he's doing?
No, it's just a difference from you putting some content together or exposing something and then reacting to something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he exposed content. He's talking about exposing something. Like I have a
Hey, chat, real quick, off topic. There's this dude, I'm not even gonna say his name because you can't see him, but he's barred from my chat and he's literally talking to himself. So if you guys see anybody with a famous basketball player's name in the chat right now, just say, yeah, I see him. If you don't, just say, no, I don't. I want him to see how many people can't see him. If you see a person with the name of any basketball player in the chat right now, say, yes, I can see him, or say, no, I can't. I just want him to see how much a part of this chat he is not. Because he can see us. He can make messages, but only I can see his messages. And it's tickling me a little bit that he is making these comments and making these conversations, but nobody can see him. And then I can't even see that what he's writing. I can just see him making comments. He's literally just wasting his time because his name shows up, but it's blank on my end, and you guys can't even see him.
A lot of I be knowing about. I can come out and make a video for scratch, but I choose not to because that's not my lane. And I just feel like as a human being, like holding yourself accountable, like people gonna say this all day. Oh, it's on the internet. You got on the internet and said that you got on the internet and did it. Like as a grown ass human being, motherfuckers expect certain people to know when to have ethic. You know what I'm saying? To have some type of
to have what
expect certain people to know when to have ethic. You know what I'm saying? To have
ethics, my nigga.
Have some type of morals and not try to put somebody in jail and do the police job. Because if you wouldn't want to be the police, you could take your ass down to the police academy and do the physical and all that.
But do you think it's as like a rule that as a YouTuber, it's wrong for you to try to put stories out there that might get somebody locked up? Because a lot of people would say, actually, the thing that's wrong is killing someone or doing something that could land you in jail in the first place. And that if the YouTuber is able to put that information out effectively, that there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay. Everybody had their opinion. Like I said, I don't make the rules for YouTube. Like the rules for YouTube is like the army, be all you can be. So it's like, I mean, I don't make the rules. It's just like I expect a motherfucker as a human being, like, you know, just to, you know, have ethic. But like, hey, if you shit with the police work, you with the police work. Shit. Can't do nothing about that.
Hey, but see, like yesterday, trying to give a comparison. Oh, you was there? Okay, yeah. Yesterday, the Chaplain Ross and Flakko. Nah, Chaplain Ross, he don't seem like he personally invested in none of the content he put out, like, or nothing against somebody, or you know what I'm saying? He said, oh, they keep dragging their feet. What the is going on? That shit sound way deputy, right? But what's his name? Chaplain Ross don't do that, bro. I read across shit. He got a frozen screen. He analyzing. He do that with all the little shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking about he in contact with the police and he don't want to interfere with their investigation. I'm like, what the is he talking about? And I'm telling you, bro, and that's bad for business, bro, because most of these rappers are wannabe street people or street people. And like, damn, they probably don't want to come for an interview because this fat talking all this deputy shit.
But what did Flakko say, deputy wise, that he didn't say to Munchie B in that interview? You feel me? I'm just saying. What did Flakko say that he didn't say in that interview with Munchie.
Like God, like what is you and that's what I'm saying. I'm on my what's it, Chris Hansen? Why is you worried about this shit? And your brother, stepbrother, or your
So now Munchie B, this is where the transition comes. This is where Flakko gets mad at Munchie B. Munchie B, ungrateful, get brought up to no jumper by Flakko. The issues with Flakko in the David Jala situation, you know what I'm saying? That had been going on. That's not new. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick because Munchie B will pretend like that's a new situation. That's not a new situation. You already knew about Flakko and the David Jala situation. Let me see. Boom.
But see, I'd have done research.
Okay, so this is Corey Holcomb talking about Flakko. Let me see. A year ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 3 years ago. We knew about Flakko and David Jala because of No Jumper 3 years ago. Munchie B knew this 3 years ago. The content doesn't lie. A year ago. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So if Flakko would have never said anything defamatory about Munchie B would have never have had anything to say about Flakko. You feel me? Never. You knew all these things. So why are you bringing them up now? The David Jala situation wasn't a problem 3 years ago or 2 years ago when you was at No Jumper, getting your interview and you was smiling, banging your head against the skateboards. It wasn't a problem then. So why is it a problem now? It's the same type of content. Chat, am I tripping? Or is it the exact same type of content? A to Z, what's the deal, fool? Am I tripping or is it the exact same type of content? Did I miss something? Now, if I'm missing something, let me know because I would love to correct my ignorance. Teach me.
Yo, daddy son, he's a predator. Talking about dropping anchors on bitches. I like, bro, you worry about that.
Okay, but even if that
and
was,
then you pay for you helping the sex trade. You can't report. No. Let me tell you something.
Start laughing.
No. How do you report on this whole thing in the Hoovers about the
Look at how Young and Hefe has literally said nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like this right here, hold on. This right here is the face of a man who don't want to be a part of this conversation. Right here. The face of a man who does not want to be a part of this crazy conversation.
human trafficking thing, when you pay for
but grown.
Hold on.
That's okay.
Look, that's on my daughters, bro, and I don't want to put the person name out there.
So let me say this too. Now, this is why I gotta ask the chat. Chat. It's creepy and it's weird to do anything with a little girl. By Munchie B going on No Jumper and constantly saying that Flakko does this, is that snitching though? Because that could get Flakko put in jail. You're not doing nothing about it. You're not making moves about it in the street. You actually knew about it and you sat next to him. We proved that already. Is it snitching? At this point, is Munchie B just telling on Flakko? Because Flacco's telling on Munchie B and it's Munchie B just telling back. What's the difference? Y'all let me know in the chat. What's the difference if there is one?
Because, being a pimp is against the law. But on Inglewood Family, bro, this man Flakko done pay for ass.
Wait, hold on, what?
On Inglewood Family, bro, being a pimp is against the law.
Okay, so we understand that this behavior is against the law. But then what did Flakko do though?
But on Inglewood Family, bro, this man Flakko done pay for ass, and this is a hoe for a Hoover. I don't know.
So being a yimp is illegal, but Flakko on Inglewood Families, let you tell it, on your gang, bought girl body parts from a dude from Hoover. So you're telling on Flakko, you're telling on a girl, and you telling on the Hoovers? I'm just trying to figure out where the rules start and stop, because where I personally think is, I think left is left, right is right, up is up, and down is down. That's it. I'm biased towards my homies when it comes to talking bad about them on the internet, but if they do anything weird and freaky, we gonna whoop them out. Bad. bad. Whoop them out. Bad. Bad, 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 bad. Bad, 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 bad. So I'm just trying to figure out why we telling on the Hoovers. Because you could have brought this whole situation up without mentioning the Hoovers. Because you just said that it was illegal. So why would you tie her to the Hoovers? Let's play one more time.
Some of my daughters, bro, and I don't want to put the person name out there because, you know, being a pimp is against the law. But on Inglewood Family, bro, this man Flakko and pay for ass, and this is a hoe for a Hoover. I don't know whether he know it or not, because some of the bitches on Fig look good. But you didn't pay for it. You didn't ate it. You didn't move the trade.
That's wild work.
Further, bro. So I don't niggas like him.
You said ate it?
Huh?
You said ate it?
Ate it like ate in the bed. He like he.
I thought you meant like he ate her butt.
If Flakko ate a hoe off Fig, I'll be so upset.
No. I don't know nothing about that. Ate it like you ate it, like, you know what I'm saying? Ate it in the bed.
You said he ate it?
Yeah, no, I don't know nothing about what he do when the door's closed. But like, hey, bro, people gotta knock it off, bro. Like that shit weird, bro. Let the police do their job. Why you not investigating suspect number 4?
Who's that?
Whack. He's suspect number 4, whooping Jay Reed ass. You ain't said nothing about that.
Oh.
Nigga, bro, I know he might be privy to way more information than that than anything else. You work at No Jumper.
Who's suspect number 4?
Nigga, Whack. He suspect number 4 on the thing with the Jay Reed shit. Why you ain't investigating suspect number 4 and all that shit? Nigga.
Well, he only has so much bandwidth. He can't investigate every crime.
But he skipped that one. I mean, this shit, what Jay Reed Addy like 10 months old now. Why you skip over that?
I thought they charged Loose Cannon and like the other 2 dudes. I thought Loose Cannon just lied on his brother recently and said his brother was the one that did that.
Yeah, I'm not aware of
That's
any charges against Whack for the Loose Cannon thing. He didn't touch the guy.
It's on paper.
I haven't seen that yet.
He's suspect number 4, bro. Damn, I'm surprised you ain't seen it.
I am being sued for this beating, but as far as I know, Whack doesn't have any involvement in it.
Oh, God in heaven, he's suspect number 4 on paper. So why I'm just saying, Whack, right? Why you ain't investigating that? Right. Okay, now we got Jay Reed. Why you ain't investigating that?
So, okay, Munchie, do you feel like at this point Flakko is...
Nigga, he was acting like he wanted to eat Ash Bear's ass. Bro, do you know that from Paru?
But then see, here go the thing too. Is investigating a Jay Reed situation not snitching? If we letting the police do their job, why did you sit with Flakko for 2 hours in an interview? If you letting the police do their job, why is Flakko even talking about the Jay Reed situation? Why is Flakko even talking? Because that's going against Bloods. That's putting Bloods in jail, ain't it? That's getting Bloods locked up, ain't it? All right.
You don't dislike gangbangers that much, do you?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's ready to eat her ass.
Yeah.
No, the way I was told, if anybody wants to sit here and talk about somebody dealing with children, you don't deal with them. So you want to say anybody that's with a minor he told on, you try your best to make Munchie out to be a snitch. That's not snitching, homeboy. Munchie be sat with this dude knowing that he had the charges. Munchie be sat with Flakko knowing that he had these charges. Munchie be sat and did interviews and was kicking it, was cool with Flakko knowing he had these charges. Now you want to tell him. That's actually what my problem is. So I get it. Zariah, you see, Zariah is a female's name, so we're not gonna call you out your name. We're gonna be respectful because Zariah is a female name. But Zariah, you think that it's cool for Munchie B to sit with Flakko, knowing that he had all these charges, and then when Flakko makes a comment about him he doesn't like, is the only time he decides that he wants to speak up and say something? Because we just played a clip from 2 years ago when Flakko had already been exposed to these charges 4 years ago, 3 to 4 years ago, and Munchie B was cool with him. So you explain to me why it's okay to sit with somebody who has these types of charges, and then when you're mad at him, then say, oh no, you shouldn't be doing it. You're this, you're that. But he was this and he was that when you sat down with him, and you know he was. Even to the point where you knew that Adam 22 had weird charges on him because you called Adam 22 a PDF file, and then you sat down with him. So I'm just trying to figure out where it starts and stops. Let's continue on with this, though. Hold on. What was I looking for? Let's go back to this.
Why are you going so hard trying to get me not to drop this video? Once that didn't work, another blood from Inglewood called Frosty the Snowman, who in my opinion was put up to this by Munchie B, called Adam 22 and began to threaten Adam 22 that if I drop this video exposing Drakeo the Ruler's killer, that they're gonna treat it as if No Jumper dropped it. This is just age-old LA tactics.
It's kind of content we're gonna it's going to get treated like No Jumper's the ones dropping that content.
Definitely.
Which
he's right.
On one hand, I think Flakko's totally within his right to expose whatever the fuck he wants to say about an ongoing investigation. Because I mean, it's not any different than what happens in the real media world, where the New York Times, if they find out that there's an investigation going on into a alleged crime that Donald Trump committed, they are going to publish an article.
We've been dealing with LA bullies our entire life. The reason why
we've been dealing with LA bullies our entire life, nigga. You're from Liberia by way of Philadelphia, like New Hampshire. We talking about.
Contacted Adam when them comment at my family and me didn't do anything is because they think, well, Flakko is associated with No Jumper. So if Adam, can get scared, then maybe Adam will scare Flakko into not doing it. Or if Adam tells Flakko, hey, man, if you drop it, your job is at risk, bro. Just, again, LA bully tactics that didn't work, right? Because Adam isn't terrified, isn't scared. Nobody is scared of gangbangers anymore, blood. That's a fact. All right, gangbangers don't scare nobody. So, of course, none of it works. But I'm confused as to why Munchie B is going this hard because I'm in gang members' business. When Munchie B has kept me in gang members' business for as long as I known him. Somebody go ask Munchie B how me.
Now, when it comes down to it, we did see. Now, I don't know if this is true. God bless Rosemo, so I'm not sure what Munchie B did or didn't tell Flakko about that. But what I do know is we just sat there and watched Munchie B give Flakko a whole dissertation about his conversation with about his issue with Drakeo the Ruler, for sure. That led to what's now everybody being picked up by this, 1-2 step like Sierra.
A civilian from North Dakota knows who shot and killed Rosemo in Inglewood. Go ask him. Just so the streets don't think I'm bluffing, I'm going to give the streets a hint of safe, something right now that only the streets would know that I know. That's the hint. Now, I would never reveal this.
The fact that this man has middies, man-yiddles, it's crazy.
Information. But if Munchie B have kept me in the streets business for a long time, why is he all of a sudden mad that I'm doing street content? Is it because he's intimately involved with Drakeo the Ruler's death? See, I asked Munchie B this on the No Jumper show.
Again, from my perspective, if Munchie is saying he has nothing to do with that, then why Munchie be so invested that he's willing to diss me and go out the way to cause this much trouble?
Hey, Flakko, hey. Look.
Munchie B answer that question though. If Munchie B has
he looking for a certain answer. I ain't gonna give it to him.
going out of his way.
I feel like he's the only podcaster from Inglewood family, so he feels like it's kind of on him.
So the families have something to do with that.
I don't know what you talk. What are we talking about, bro?
Okay, let's be real.
But that's my question again.
When it comes to Bloods, Munchie is obviously kind of it has always been at the forefront of the Drakeo versus the Bloods beef. So I feel like
Zariah, when you ready to answer the actual question that I asked, we'll respond to your comments. But you moving the goalposts. You moving the goalposts. My question was, is it okay for Flakko to sit with Munchie B and knowingly, is it okay for Flakko to sit with Munchie B and Munchie B knowingly is sitting with a person who has all these crazy charges? You talking about they all foul, but Flakko needs to be exposed. We're not talking about that. We've already passed that. You missed that part of the live. So I get that you just came in, but we're already past that. We've already talked about that. What we're talking about now is, are you saying that it was acceptable for Munchie B to sit with Flakko knowing he had those charges? That's it and that's all. Because all the charges that Munchie B is saying, oh, you want to make Munchie B look bad, Munchie B's making himself look bad by sitting down with a person who he knew had all these freaky charges. You sat down with him. You even let him get you a job. You were so happy sitting next to this man, you banged your head on the wall. Munchie B was so happy sitting next to Flakko, he's smacked his head against the wall. After No Jumper podcast, almost knocked the skateboard off the wall. You knew he had them charges in. So why are you bringing it up now? Does that not make you even fouler? That's all I'm saying.
I guess it's not really that.
That's the question that I'm asking. All the dancing around it, all the, but he fouled, but, that's not what we're talking about. Munchie knew Flakko was messing with minors, and he stayed down. He used Flakko for a reference. Munchie knew this. Now Munchie B is mad. Flakko's already been exposed to this. That's why we knew it happened 4 years ago. Munchie B sat with Flakko 2 years ago. Here we are present day, he's upset. So Flakko's been exposed to this. Y'all just didn't care when I said it. I've been saying it for a long time. I even made a music video about it. Y'all want to see the song? I've made a whole song about it. Y'all didn't care. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that Flakko's cool, but I am saying that Munchie B said on Bloods, his homie knocked off Ralphie the Plug's teeth and have him collected like a serial tooth fairy unaliver. That's telling. That's telling. He said that he passed a bottle to who unalived Drakeo the Ruler. That's telling. He gave a full breakdown of why his homies accosted Ralphie the Plug after Ralphie and Draco's homie unalived they homie, and that was the case. That's telling. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to figure it out. Because y'all be so quick to defend these niggas with no accountability, but they get on YouTube and then they be telling. And I'll just be like, don't do that. Don't continue to do that. You feel me? Niggas getting, look, A to Z. Niggas get on content. Niggas get on Adam 22 and start telling they soul. And do. Like, don't do that.
It's surprising that Munchie ends up speaking on behalf of the.
Even deeper than this, why did Munchie B decide to speak on behalf of the Bloods over a situation he don't have anything to do with? And did. Why did you get on no jumper to speak on behalf of the Bloods over a case that you don't have anything to do with? Why? That's talking too much. Nigga, they say you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Don't talk. Don't.
Other side of that, right?
I think like the
Munchie B has said he has nothing to do with that. The Bloods had nothing to do with that. Family had nothing to do with that. So again, if Munchie B and Inglewood families had nothing to do with that, then why is Munchie B so passionate about this and is causing this much trouble and dissing me over a potential video that don't even exist yet?
What was I trying to do, Munchie? Well,
now we know that this nigga right here is wrong as 2 left feet on a prostitute in the middle of a church walking in a circle before she go bust a trick right before the doors of the church open. Hear what I said. He is more wrong than a prostitute on Fig with 2 left feet walking in a circle in the middle of a church finna go bust a trick right before prayer time. We know that. Nobody's saying that this guy right here is in the right. This ninja is wrong. Wrong. But we've been bleeding this wrongness for the longest. You feel me? We've been bleeding the wrongness for the longest. So it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. If you would talk this much, what will you say in the courthouse? If you can allow this motherfucker right here, you can allow this fathermucker right here with a ring camera, with a ring light, with the OnlyFans light, if you can allow him to manipulate you, you're done. And you're slow. And come on, fool. Niggas want to sit here and talk about how they so much smarter than Flakko, and then get up here and get outsmarted by Flakko. What are we talking about?
Munchie B don't want to give the world an answer as to why he's so upset I'm doing this video.
We know why he's so upset, because you're annoying, bro. Because you're annoying. Because you're taking advantage of people's stupidity and you're passive aggressively intellectually bullying. Flakko's an intellectual bully. You feel me?
Then I'll give the world the answer. The reason why Munchie B is so upset is because the person who killed Drakeo the Ruler, the person who took the knife and actually stabbed Drakeo the Ruler, well, that person is really close to Munchie B. But of course, I'm not saying anything new because Munchie B slipped up and said on Clubhouse that he passed a bottle to Drakeo the Ruler's killer almost every day.
No,
man, Drakeo is dead, bro. What are we talking about? Don't make me disrespect him.
Hold on, homie.
Hey, bro, look. Hold on. Hey, you know Drakeo shit used to be on the table and ain't there no more, right? Hold on. You know Drakeo shit was on the table and ain't there no more.
Hey, Zariah, I'm going to leave you alone after this, but this is the last thing I'm going to say. Bro, they all foul, but Flakko need to be exposed. But you do have a point. If you know messing with minors, and yeah, Munchie is foul, blah, blah. Okay, cool. We have that. How you going to blame Flakko for Munchie saying this? Come on.
Almost every day.
No,
man, Drakeo is dead, bro. What are we talking about? Don't make me disrespect him.
Hold on, homie.
Hey, bro, look. Hold on. Hey, you know Drakeo shit used to be on the table and ain't there no more, right? Hold on. You know Drakeo shit was on the table and ain't there no more, right? Hold on. You do know I said Drakeo and his brother worked there on Friday. You know, on there every Tuesday, right? Shut your dumb ass up, bro. You sound, hey, bro. Hey, Drakeo is dead, bro. Hey, bro, the nigga that killed Drakeo, I passed the bottle back and forth to him all the time. What are we talking about? Bro, Drakeo is dead, bro.
Fuck is you
Draco is
talking about,
dead,
dude?
bro. Why are you talking about that nigga?
Hey, bro, you heard what I just said, right?
Draco put 50 on a blind nigga and he's dead. Why are you talking about him?
Draco the Ruler ain't never dead. Is long live the ruler forever. But I'm glad you said that because it's time to expose which one of Munchie B's friends who killed Draco the Ruler that he passes the bottle to every day. And I'm also glad, Munchie, that you contact.
So I'm not gonna get into this because Flakko's finna tell a lie on somebody, so we're gonna get up out of here for that one. But it's actually not hearsay; it's an admission of guilt. Saying I passed the hearsay is when I say I heard I don't even know how to say it. You heard network, blurred, you heard network. Hearsay, if I'm saying, hey, I heard blurred, you heard say blah, 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 blah. That's hearsay. When I'm saying what a third party said. What Munchie B did was an admission of guilt. I is an I statement. I pass the bottle to this person. I do this. I do that. You feel me? I do this. I do that. Local T, because you're not blocked. So stop complaining. You're not blocked. So shut up. You're not even blocked. Everybody can see you. You're complaining for nothing. Shut up. That's when you say I. That's when it hit different. That's when it hit different. It's the I. It's the I. So you talking about what you heard? That's different. What you said? That's different. Nigga come in the chat. Why are you blocking me? I'm like, we can see you. Shut up. Crying. Shut the hell up. Let me see. So this will lead to this.
Because I do Draco.
So this leads to the police going into No Jumper.
No Jumper reveals that detectives showed up to speak to Munchie B about the murder of Draco the Ruler. Munchie B has been on this internet for the last 5 years telling...
Because Chico, he come in this motherfucker crying. Like, who comes in and, your mods be blocking my chat trap. What's up with that, cuz? Nothing. Shut up, nigga. We can see you. Stop crying. Shut up. Cry, baby. You a grown man crying on a Wednesday about being blocked in the chat, nigga. And if you was blocked, so what? Nigga, shut up and just watch it. Stop crying about it.
Telling, self-snitching, doing everything in his power to self-incriminate.
So Blurred Your Heard Network said it won't work unless they get him to admit an interrogation. You must not be familiar with California law, big dog, because there's so many people in jail, on death row, fighting life sentences, on 4 yards for what Munchie B just did. So actually by California state law, that actually is admissible in court. So don't listen to people like Blurred Your Heard Network who's unfamiliar with California state law and federal state law to where you can make statements like that and they are being used as admission of guilt as open source reporting, which is favorable and solid information to be used in a Los Angeles County Court, in the United States Court, and the United States Federal Court. Shout out to the Big U case where we learned that.
And incriminate his own gang in regards to the murder of Draco the Ruler.
If what you said online couldn't been used against you, Big U wouldn't have a charge right now because he said that he wanted to whoop out Whack 100 and Whack 100 wouldn't be a victim in Big U's case. If what you said online wasn't being able to be used in a federal court, Loose Cannon wouldn't be there for the Mann Act for a robbery right now for something he admitted on No Jumper.
Ruler. He's been doing it with absolutely nothing to gain from it outside of clout. That's the only reason I can explain why he will come on this internet, go on a random app called Clubhouse that he essentially gained nothing from, and admits that he passes the bottle to Draco the Ruler's killer every day.
Draco was all on Adam, right, talking about this. No.
Hey, Draco is dead, bro. What are we talking about? Don't make me disrespectful.
Hold on, homie.
Hey, bro, look. Hold on. Hey, you know Draco seems to be on the table and ain't there no more, right? Draco shit was on the table and ain't there no more, right? Hold on. You do know I said Draco and his brother worked there on Friday. Dumbass stuff, bro. Hey, Draco is dead, bro. Hey, bro. Kill Draco. I pass the bottle back and forth to him all the time. What are we talking about?
Because I do Draco with Whack 100. I ask some questions.
Draco is dead, bro.
No, that's dumb. That's just dumb. That's almost as dumb as you sending people my address. Oh, you thought I didn't know about that? Now ask yourself how I know about that. Now, just ask yourself, how do I know about that? This man don't even understand how much nonsense he done got himself in, man. That's a different story for another day. Okay, but Munchie B has been on his internet, on these podcasts, trying to convince the world the United Bloods Congregation of LA County formed like Voltron.
We got a super chat. Shout out to the super chat that just came in. Big love to who that come from? Fam Bam. Shout out to Fam Bam. Munchie is a drunk hater. Stay acting tough. He talks loose off the juice, but he needs to just go away and be happy God gave him a second chance at life. Now that's real. That's real. That's real. That's real. That's real. That's real. That's real.
And conspired to murder Draco the Ruler. And eventually you got to talking enough that now the world believes you. Okay. I mean, sir, you did a great deal to convince us that y'all murdered Draco the Ruler. I mean, like, Draco the Ruler wasn't even cold yet, and you was already making.
Hey, now I will say this. The police didn't come looking into this situation until you ninjas started talking about it online. The police didn't give a damn about this situation. And then y'all niggas started talking about it online, and they started getting upset, and this person started getting mad, and that person started getting mad, and it started becoming this, and it started becoming that, and now here we are. But y'all niggas talked yourself into an indictment for sure.
Videos like this mocking his death. That's a knife in his hands, by the way, as he mocks how Draco died.
Weird. Y'all want to take it there. Stab him in the neck. You want to take it there. Y'all shed tears. Stay team. Hey. You can wear my eyes.
Now, that's not a confession, but that can make you a person of interest. Mocking a dead person who you publicly had a rivalry with, goodness gracious. Publicly mocking a person you had a rivalry with, rival, who you was beefing with, say rivalry with. Try to say that 10 times fast. Goodness, I'm a loose cannon. So look, right? Golly, I flocked out just now. But that can definitely make you a person of interest. Let's get back to these hard words.
How one can do all that talking on Instagram, do all that talking on them podcasts with them white folks.
Nah, I flockoed out just now. I bet y'all can't say rivalry with 10 times fast.
Folks, do all that talking at the table with
one of y'all just tried to do it.
Adam 22, do all that talking on Clubhouse, but when the police come, man, he's lost for words, man. Now he's stuttering. Now he's nervous. If Munchie B is this nervous on a podcast and the police not even in front of him, can you imagine what he about to do? Hey, bro, Frankenstone, man, you had a good run.
Yeah, I'm not going to. The Frankenstone dude has nothing to do with this. I don't know why you keep bringing him up.
Nah, don't get to talking like that now, man. You not poetic, Flakko. You don't got to stutter, so don't get to talking like that now, bro. You was just talking fine and straight on Instagram. You was just talking fine and straight when you was talking to that white man gossiping on them podcasts. You was talking fine and straight on Camp Capone. Not a stutter in sight. You been on No Jumper for the last 2 years. Not a stutter in sight. Now
Hey, can you imagine? I just got a text, and this is a good one. Explain that what if one of your homies that you drink with every day, and the people can prove that he was there, and he put a case on him for 5 years that he'd been fighting just to find out that he wasn't guilty at all because you want the fuck up. And basically what that means is, imagine if you out here drinking with somebody, you out here drinking and passing a bottle with somebody, he done got away with the situation for 5 years, got some other things going on, and you get mad one day on Clubhouse because you're a drunk, emotional wreck. You like a girlfriend who just lost her boyfriend. You won't stop drinking. You crying and you talking too much. And you put this on your homie. Imagine if everything was quiet and then one day you go on Clubhouse and say, yeah, I passed a bottle to Wookie Bam, whatchamacallit. And now, poof, we got the feds.
Police outside. Now all of a sudden you get to, man, huh? Where did that come from? Man, cut the nonsense, man. See, Munchie B is stuttering because he's terrified of two very possible, probably probable, two very probable, more than likely like scenarios. Munchie B understands he got to talking too much. Munchie B got to saying too much. And because he got to saying too much, he got a lot of people caught up. You see, Frankenstone from BPS, Frankenstone is the apparent person who actually stabbed Draco in the neck and killed him. So Frankenstone now realized he is done. now realize is over with. His life will probably end in a jail cell. And because of this reality, Frankenstein.
Hey, we're going to pass the Frankenstein part because I don't know why Flakko keeps putting him into it. He has nothing to do with it.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't say that Munchie B is a snitch, so to speak. But what I will say is if Munchie B's statements, which are able to give somebody an indictment, then yes, you will be a part of somebody's paperwork. And yes, you will be indirect snitching. I'm not sure if you guaranteed to do it. I'm not sure if you promised to do it. I'm not sure if you intended to do it. But the fact remains, if something that you do or say online is used to convict somebody, should that end up being Munchie B's situation, then yes, you would be snitching. Right now, Munchie B's just kind of is dangling on talking too much. You're kind of teetering on talking too much, for sure teetering on talking too much. Because what we can all agree is if we were Munchie B's friend that this conversation was about, we wouldn't want people talking about us. Come on now. No matter what you think, for anybody who's like, oh, Munchie B's not wrong, Munchie B's not wrong, you wouldn't want someone talking to you, talking about your situation like this at all. Period, point blank. So we can all agree with that. So I'm going to say that it's talking too much. I don't think that it's telling.
Okay.
But if your talking too much is used, against somebody in court, then it can be telling.
I'm going to lay out the whole timeline then. I'm going to say what happened. And also, what I'm about to say might be the reason why this podcast is cut short, perhaps.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hopefully not. But okay. Yesterday, sheriffs come here. Or not sheriffs.
CHP, California Highway Patrol.
Okay, they come here. They're looking for Munchie. Josh says, what are you looking to speak to him about or whatever? And they say, we're investigating a murder. And Josh, I guess, takes the card, texts Munchie, tells him, gives him the phone number or whatever, and that was that. Then today at, 11 a.m., 11:30, they're back, same dudes, plain clothes, driving like a regular truck or something, I guess. And they, Josh, and for some reason offer more information. They say we're looking for Munchie and Adam, and that we're looking for them because we want to have a conversation about an investigation that we're doing into the murder of Drakeo the Ruler.
Munchie, you are a slick devil, man.
Now it's crazy because the police showed up tonight. The police been busy this week. Monday was no jumper. Tuesday was no jumper. Today is Wednesday. Today's Thursday, excuse me. YG done got scooped up and picked up. It's well, we can all agree. Call it what you want to call it. Don't call it what you don't want to call it. We can all agree that none of us want any of our friends talking this much about us. Should we be involved in?
Adam is there.
Should any of us be involved in an unalivement? None of us would want anybody we know talking as much as Munchie B is right.
Tell it, Munchie, these detectives came this day and this day and this day, and Munchie B is just there acting like he has no ideas who those detectives are. And they came to investigate the Drakeo the Ruler murder. He just sitting there, like acting completely oblivious and shocked. Munchie, you should probably tell Adam the information that we both know. Right? You should probably tell him that you're not shocked they showed up. You should probably tell him, the information that we both know, but we can't say, right? And you know why we can't say it? You should probably let Adam know that. It's his building. He has a right to know that information, Munchie. But hey, Munchie, I got a question for you, man. Again, I'm just wondering, sir. Is this your first time being hit up by them folks? Is this your first time they've tried to attempt contact? Is this the first time they've made contact with you, Munchie? Huh? Is this the first time? I don't know, sir. I'm just asking. Is this the first time they made contact with you, Munchie? Huh? Put it on your hood. Hey, man. Adam, you should probably start demanding some questions be answered here, sir. Because that man's sitting there and he's playing oblivious. Now, Adam is wondering why would they even want to talk to him? Now, first off, I don't know if Adam is adding that in there. So
they didn't for sure pull YG into this BS because YG's been quiet about this situation quiet about the situation, not involved at all, not wanting to deal with this at all. He has been pretty much out the way when it comes to this. But, you know, it's just like, And Adam for sure said it was a federal podcast. Y'all call him Poetic Federal. Munchie B, you sat down with him knowing that he was Poetic Federal. I don't see how anybody's surprised at this, honestly.
He don't come across as the police when people start to wonder, hold on, bro, why all the police activity going on outside of No Jumper? But if they do want to talk to Adam, maybe it's because you got one employee in Munchie B who is allegedly actively plotting to murder another employee in Poetic Flakko, who both work in the building where Ralphie the Plug worked, who brother was apparently murdered by...
Hey, and that's the thing. And his brother is in there. You niggas act like Ralphie the Plug ain't in there every day.
Somebody that Munchie B is passing the bottle to every day. Maybe that's why the police want to talk to Adam, man. To figure out what's going on in this building and how do we keep certain... Now,
I don't want to hear Flakko like move the juices in his mouth around. It's disgusting.
Munchie speaks on this. Now, Munchie is clearly nervous. He's worried. He's terrified. He's afraid. But Munchie starts to pop in a big talk like, nah, they can talk to my lawyer, huh?
Now, I don't think that Munchie B has a lawyer or retainer for this type of situation because that is a pretty penny. That is a pretty penny. That is something extremely costly. So I don't think that Munchie B, in fact, has a lawyer or retainer. That would be costly. That would be costly.
That's not what you said. All right, man. I can't.
He's making it seem like Munchie told him something very incriminating, but I don't think so. Flakko, you're not as slick as thighs. Now, here's the thing. Flacco's definitely putting 10s on it too, for sure. He's inflating the conversation. He's inflating the content. He's inflating the whole 1-2 step likes here. He's for sure putting 10s on it too. But at the same time too, who gave this nigga any type of ammo? If Munchie B would have never opened up his mouth and said anything, would there be anything for Flakko to exaggerate? If Munchie B would have never opened up his mouth to say anything, would there be anything for Flakko to exaggerate? We all know that Flakko go pretend like he solved the world's deepest crime. Flakko know where Davy Jones' locker is. Him and Wack, they got the content. You feel me? So we know that. Why give them something to use against you? If you don't give them anything, there's nothing to give. There's nothing to be highlighted. That's all I'm saying.
Can't wait to divulge everything.
He thinks about it.
I don't live at No Jumper. Why they keep coming here? That's all. I mean, I don't know.
They came at 11:30. We'd be doing the news normally at noon. They probably thought you was finna be there at like that time.
Oh yeah, shit. I ain't homeless. I don't live here.
And then you said why didn't they just go to my house if they were trying to talk to me?
Right. So that's all.
Why is it the CHP? That's what I'm confused about.
I don't know. I had my lawyer hit them. No, they ain't return no email or no call. So.
But I mean, clearly you don't give a having this conversation because you're here, you're live.
And here you go, Adam telling people again about conversations they shouldn't be having, but you don't care about it because you're here, you're live, you're blah blah blah, you're blah blah blah. Come on, my boy. Come on, my boy. Like, this situation just don't make no sense. Like, golly.
All anticipating when you were coming here today, we were all kind of expecting the cops to just like pop out of the car when you pulled up and have a conversation with you. Apparently,
I was kind of like prepared for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not worried about having that conversation or anything?
But I don't got no conversation for them because I don't know. That's what lawyer. You talk to my lawyer.
That's what your approach would be?
Yeah.
Don't got no conversation for him, but we got hella episodes of No Jumper where you talking about it. No conversation for him, but hella No Jumper episodes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all want, bro. Like, shit. Ain't nothing to talk about.
Damn. Yeah, I was going to hear him out. I just want to know what they fucking are talking about. And with the whole lawyer thing, it's like, damn, that's a lot of money for something where, like, if I felt like I had even a semblance of plausible criminal issues, I would get my lawyer involved. But being that I have zero to offer, I wasn't really worried about it. But
I don't got nothing to offer too. But you know, they get to creating narratives and they might, you know what I'm saying, they mind. They like delusional. I've never been 5 or 10 feet away from that nigga. Like just like Wack. I never been around Wack a day in my life.
Right.
I mean, if you look at, for people that have been watching like this case or just, you know, this story from the beginning, it seems like the LAPD in general has exhibited a lot of ineptitude. They don't really seem to know too much. I'm wondering if like these recent videos and documentaries
and all this unnecessary attention that we have going on is leading to y'all ninjas getting flu, flam, skull, dugged, and larcen. Because you can't tell me that all these situations that we're having are not leading to you dudes catching these cases. Like, it's just coincidental that all of a sudden, once all these documentaries go up, niggas start, going to jail and police start popping out and all that kind of stuff. That's just how it happens coincidentally.
kind of brought the attention to them as to where they're like,
well, that's the question is, did the videos provoke them to take the investigation more serious, or
are the videos 100% right?
Because in Flakko's video, he claimed to have insider information from the cops about.
Now that I don't think is true. I don't think that Flakko has any insider information. I don't think that Flakko has any inside scoops. I think that y'all just keep saying stupid stuff, and Flakko's smart enough to use your own words against you as if the same way a district attorney would.
Their investigation and how they were going to arrest this guy. I think that all of us who know him kind of thought that there was probably a really good chance that was bullshit, and that he was just saying that because somebody from the streets told him some shit, and he was basically like chalking it up to the cops to make it seem more official, just because I wouldn't really put that past Flakko.
Do cops say that to regular people, like citizens, and we're going to arrest this guy?
Hell no.
Hey, listen, man. I don't know what y'all talking about. Okay, I don't know nothing about what y'all are talking about. Okay, I'm just a YouTuber. Okay, sir. I'm just a YouTuber, sir. Now, Adam is expressing how he don't even want to hire an attorney to speak to them folks because it's going to be costly and expensive. But Munchie B is bragging about how his attorney is going to contact them on this day, this day. Man, sir, stop pretending, man. Stop acting. Now, I think Munchie B and other people assume that because they were not present or...
Now, I don't think that Munchie B has a lawyer or retainer for that. You know how much money that will cost? Like, niggas like, oh, I'm going to let my lawyer. Nigga, do you know how much money that will cost? Do you know how much money that will cost? Let's be transparent. Let's be real about it. Nigga, who got... Okay. It sound good.
There when the murder took place, that they're in the clear. That they essentially, have nothing to worry about. Not even understanding, man, that there's this thing, man. There's this thing. Oh, what is my hands doing? What is my hands do? There's this thing my hands is doing that got them talking a little too much. Understand this, man. All right.
Yeah. Whenever Flakko does this, we know that that's his tail. Shout out to point and shoot. Whenever Flakko starts talking like this, and he's so exasperated, and all he can do is this because he's so confused, and his hands are just going like this, and he's giving you spirit fingers. It's because he's not telling the truth.
Eyewitnesses are now more than ever willing to step forward and identify people. You got people on Munchie B's side of the world. They talking, they communicating, right? They ready to take deals. You got everybody.
Now that I don't know anything about. That's Flakko just flu flamming. But with that all being said, let's kind of continue on with that one. You know what I'm saying? I got something else I want to talk about, unrelated to this case, because Munchie B went off on Spody Face yesterday. So let's get into that. You feel me? Munchie B went off on Spody Face. He had some things to say about the Spote. He has some things to say. So let's get into that real quick. Just to flip and pop some tags. Girl, go in that go-yard bag. Am I the only one that noticed that Young Miami song, Spin It, is Tupac, I'd Rather Be Your Nigga? I'd rather be your nigga. Am I the only one that caught that? I'd rather be your nigga.
In the hottest in the streets with your government. If you ain't tapped in, you're Rebecca.
Welcome back to the right TikTok. I truly say people are beefing with
Flakko. Rockstar has terrible teeth. It's disgusting.
So he got to turn the gun on somebody else. And who is that person? None other than Spody Face, right?
Hey, that's real. Munchie B couldn't handle the pressure from Flakko. Now he beefing with Spody Face. We can all see that.
jumping out there, jumping out on the ledge once again, you know, back against the wall, beefing with Flakko. So he got to turn the gun on somebody else. And who is that person? None other than Spody Face, right? Spody Face himself. Get hit with a stray because he's trying to play devil's advocate, but be cool at the same time because he feels like he has a relationship with Munchie B. Munchie B is not taking it lightly, okay? He would, you know, Spody Face went on Dejan Paul.
Spody Face really didn't say anything wrong, though. Munchie B just kind of went too far with the situation, but I want to see if Spody Face actually reacts. So he has it in here. Okay.
We got to ask some questions, you know, and Munchie not feeling that at all. You feel me? So we gonna get into all this, you know. Munchie saying what he got to say, reacting to Spody Face, but Spody Face responding, coming in my room on Smut Free TV. So yeah, stay tuned for more. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up. You're now tuned into the Rockstar Report. Let's get into the content.
Somebody else, because I'm not gonna take long on this video, although I'm live. Spody Face, who I deemed a good guy, a genuine man. You know what I'm saying?
He said he good peoples.
What came across my desk, what is it? You could have called me. No, I'm not calling. And I'm gonna explain why in a minute. But all right, go ahead, next clip.
But we know because they went to No Jumper Look for him. They wouldn't be going to No Jumper Look for him if he wasn't working at No Jumper.
Yeah, so I feel like while like Munchie don't get a lot of sympathy, like for this situation, like you said, like whether he misspoke or not, he should have just not said it. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't wise to say it, you know. And to be fair, bro don't be in his right state of mind a lot of the time.
Now, to keep it real, this is not the first time that Munchie B has dissed Spody Face. I have another clip that I'll go ahead and bring up after this one. But Munchie B dissed Spody Face about a month ago. When he made a comment saying that Munchie, something about Young Ant being a real one, him being a real one, and he didn't mention Spody Face. And a lot of y'all in the comments like, oh, you reaching. But here it is. A lot of y'all wanted to say I was reaching. I was just trying to make it seem like, oh, you just trying to start a beef with Spody Face and Munchie B. Munchie B already had a problem with Spody Face. Munchie B already had a secret animosity towards Spody Face because Munchie B has prejudice and hatred towards anything associated with the neighborhood crib.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he actually meant that what he was saying, because I think he just misspoke. But again, you got to take account, you know what I'm saying, for what came out your mouth. And that just be the whole thing.
I don't think this was a good title to my sympathy. I don't want sympathy from nobody. From nobody at all. I clown for extras because he wants sympathy for his palm getting blew off. I don't want sympathy for nothing because anything I get into, any trouble I get into, I'm gonna have to do the time on myself. Any injuries I acquire doing whatever mischief I got going on, I'm gonna have to heal on my own. I have nothing to do with nobody else. I want no sympathy from nobody. That be these weirdos on the internet that want sympathy. Want sad stories.
Munchie B, we just watched the whole video of Adam 22. For those of y'all who watching it, not in the live, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But for those of y'all on my live, we just watched almost 2 hours of Munchie B, an hour and a half of Munchie B looking for sympathy. Adam, man, Adam. Come on, fool. We just watched you look for sympathy from your oppressor. We just watched you go to the white man for help. We just watched you go to your oppressor for refuge, bro. We seen it. We synced it.
General Hospital stories about a hand getting blew off. I don't give a on IFG. It is what it is.
Add an extra D in there, huh?
All right, keep going.
Liquor or not, drunk or not, or XYZ or not.
Yeah.
As a man, you do have to be accountable for the things that you do say. But like I said, person wasn't there doing anything that night. We know that for a fact. So Munchie B's not going to jail behind this.
Yeah.
But like you said, you wouldn't want somebody else to get arrested, and then in their court date, they using shit that you said.
That'd be bad because
hear this statement one more time. Nobody said that Munchie B thought that, nobody thinks that Munchie B is the reason for this, or nobody saying that Munchie B is selling, but it's very easy to see how Munchie B's statements can be used against you.
Or X, Y, Z or not.
Yeah.
As a man, you do have to be accountable for the things that you do say. But like I said, personally, there are no legal ramifications. We know Munchie wasn't there doing anything that night. We know that for a fact. So Munchie B's not going to jail behind this.
Yeah.
But like you said, you wouldn't want somebody else to get arrested, and then in their court date, they using shit that you said.
That'd be bad because that's you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, it's not him going up there testifying.
No. Maybe to say no. If you use that convicted, that's what you're going to be labeled as. That's a fact.
That's wait real quick because obviously I'm not from the streets, I'm from the sidewalk, from the hood, but I'm from the sidewalk in the hood, not the street part of the hood.
I like that.
You mean to tell?
Now, here's the thing about that. Whether you intended to or not, should your words be used against somebody else in any type of flammery, skullduggery, or larceny that leads to their arrest and their conviction, nigga, you are a rat. 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 How is it that you can talk about what's going on in this situation? How can you talk about what happened to somebody? How can you talk about a scenario that leads to somebody else getting, indicted and not be a rat? How does that work?
I mean that is the same.
I know exactly what telling is because I done got told on before. So I know what direct telling is. I know what indirect telling is. I know what third party telling is. I know what open source reporting is. I know what there's a thing called fourth party cooperation. That's a thing because I've been hit with it. That's a thing. Anytime anything you say leads to somebody else being put into handcuffs, you're a snitch. Period, point blank. You can say a conviction. You can say a guilty plea. That's your definition. My definition is anytime I say something that gets you in any type of trouble with your job, with your girl, with law enforcement, with your mama, with your daddy, with your kids, anything that I say or do that puts you at any type of discomfort as a result of consequences you have to suffer, I'm telling. Niggas can talk about it all how they want to. Niggas can dress it up. No, it's because of this. No, it's because of that. Anytime you got to say it's because of this, it's because of that, it's because you know you wrong. Period, point blank. Anytime you got to say, no, it's because of this. No, it's because of that. It's because you know you're wrong. Because the truth don't need no explanation. Hear what I say? The truth don't need no explanation. This is the blue jacket. You only going to have to explain this jacket to me if you try to explain to me that it's any color but blue. The truth don't need no explanation. So anytime you have to dance around or talk around this subject this much, is because you know you wrong. The truth don't need no explanation. That is a painting behind me. Period, point blank. That is a painting behind me. I only got to explain the painting behind me if I try to tell you it's a TV. It's a canvas. It's a painting. You know it's not a TV. The only way I got to explain the painting to you is if I try to tell you that this is a TV. The truth don't need no explanation. You ain't got to never explain the tree.
Pedigree, somebody using something you said in court to sentence someone is the same pedigree of you getting dressed, wearing a suit, going to court, sitting on the stand and pointing at somebody. That's the exact same vein.
So how it works, if say for instance, if somebody was to get arrested for that, and they will go to trial because for sure they feel like they had something, they was to get found guilty, or they will take a deal on that, a plea deal on that crime. I would say 95% of the people will say that's right, because what you said, and I'm not calling him no means, I'm just saying this is a hypothetical, and this could be to anybody. This could be to anybody. So I'll use for example. So a lot of these people, they just be talking when they go to jail. They'll put you in this. They're like say for instance, if I did something and you went to jail and you talking over the phone like, oh yeah, Spotty Face, over a recorded call.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't tell the police, but you said it over a recorded call, and they gather that information on the recorded call. Even though you didn't go to the courtroom and say, hey man, Spotty Face did this, or you went to the police and I got some information that could lead to some arrest and nothing like that. If I was to take a plea deal or I get booked on that, like as far as getting found guilty,
say I ratted on you.
That's a fact. The streets,
Right,
that's a
pause.
violation.
I don't know.
That'd be a violation for you. Now, I don't know if the world know what a Perkins operation is in California. If one of my homies got caught on a Perkins operation, I'm not deeming him a snitch, bro. He shouldn't have been talking to like a perk. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. If you got caught on a recorded call, I'm not deeming you a snitch. And me saying what I'm saying, I was trolling, and there was no bottle passed. And I'm talking the same shit that Drakeo talked, period. So there is no ramifications for Munchie at all. So this shouldn't even be a conversation as far as a game member go, like Spotty Face, because you're speaking out of turn. I want to know if you even had co-defendants before. I'm confused. Or keep going.
So you know, because it wasn't accountability. Like no accountability, no accountability, no accountability, no accountability, no accountability. Like none. You're mad at Spotty Face because you said too much. Take the dog to the back to eat. You take the dog to the back so she can eat. You have no accountability. You said too much. You did too much. You flu flammed, you skull dug, you larcen. Have you ever had co-defendants before? Are you so weak that you can't commit a crime by yourself? Have you ever pulled a skit solo? Have you ever caught a hat by yourself? Have you ever did the Dougie on a dolo? Have you ever did a dolo Dougie, or do you need support? You need a support system to bust your man? That's crazy. I ain't never heard of a grown man say, have you ever had a co-defendant before? No, nigga, because I can commit crime by myself. I don't need help. Because I don't need somebody to hype me up. Because when I was doing my 1-2 step like Sierra and I was tagging my man, I didn't need no battery in my back. I did it by myself. I did it sober by myself. So this whole, have you ever had a co-defendant before? No, nigga, because I'm smart enough to commit crimes by myself. Because God forbid I got a co-defendant, then they get drunk and go on no jumper and start talking about our crime. God forbid I have a co-defendant that drinks too much and then gets a job at no jumper and starts talking about our crime. God forbid. Nigga, God bless whoever your co-defendant was.
Intentional.
No, it don't matter. That's dry snitching, lie snitching, any type of snitching that leads to a conviction. That's just what it is. Not saying that he meant it like that. That's just what it is. The streets. That's what they would say. If somebody, because then he'd be like, oh well, the stuff that the statement that Dejan, you know what I'm saying, he made, it led to my arrest or it led to my conviction. You see what I'm saying? Like, so they call that third party and all type. You know what I'm saying? If it leads to a conviction or a plea deal, in the streets, you're not going to be considered good.
Hopefully in this situation, because they had such a public beef, Munchie and Drakeo, that it could be discounted as, I was just saying some disrespectful shit.
Why would it be discounted for that when it wasn't discounted for that for Big U?
Because because we had beef and none of that was true. I'm a podcaster, I'm a rapper, I'm an entertainer. He's an entertainer. It was rap beef.
Even the things said on Club.
Hey, look, he said third party beef. A third party snitching is.
That wouldn't be third party. That would be open source reporting.
Me telling Joe.
That would be open source reporting is what Munchie B would be accused of.
That this happened. And Joe know the complete truth and tell the police the complete truth so I could get off. That's third party snitching, Spotty Face. Now to Tam. Exactly. Because Drakeo.
Wait, are you serious? To Tam exactly? I don't even want to listen to this stupidity because Munchie B thinks that because Tam said, oh, well, it's an issue with you and Drakeo, it's public, like blah, blah, blah. If that's the case, why is Big U in jail? Yeah, exactly. Because Tam, it's Tam, exactly. You want to believe anything that's to your benefit because you're ignorant. You don't have the education that God gave a phone case. Because you don't have the education that God gave a phone case. That doesn't make sense. And you want it to make sense and you want it to be the truth because your back is against the wall because you said too much. And now Rockstar looks confused.
So let's get into the content at hand. Smarty Face responding to Munchie B on Smut Free TV. Let's go.
Yeah, somebody just sent me something about the boy. I said, oh, cat, it jumped out the window, cat.
I sent it to him. Didn't nobody... I appreciate Spotty Face for not saying it. I sent it to him. I said, what's up with your homie, fool? What's up with your homie? I'm gonna send you the content because I kept it so real. Hey, Spotty Face, you know I don't go Munchie B. But I ain't finna deter your relationship with him, and I ain't finna switch your relationship with him. So I'm gonna send you the content because I want to make sure that my opinions and my thought processes ain't what's finna be swaying your opinion. I don't want my opinion to be I'm a real homie. I don't need my opinion to be your opinion. Your opinion can be your opinion. I'm gonna send you the content. You decide what you feel about it. I'm not even gonna tell you what I think about it. You know I don't go Munchie B. You might go Munchie B. That's your homie. I ain't saying nothing about it. I'm not going to sway or push your opinion. I'm not even gonna tell you what I think about it. I'm gonna hit you later. Here go the content. I sent it to him. So what? Ain't no consequence. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. What you gonna do? Send Bosco over here to get his collarbone broken again? What you gonna do? Get drunk and go on No Jumper and tell Adam 22 about it and put me in an indictment?
Oh yeah, with the Prince shit.
Nah, I'm talking about boy Munchie. Yeah, I'm surprised I ain't on that. Yeah.
What, him and Flakko?
Nah, Cud dish me.
He dissed you?
410. I didn't believe it at first.
He didn't.
That ain't diss you.
That nigga didn't.
40 Crib, he said I'm capable for Flakko, and why ain't answer Whack 100 when he put the allegations out there, and I need to fire my page up. Cub been sitting on it 4 or 5 days, waiting for me to respond. Somebody asked him, why you just didn't call him? He said, he only need a call if somebody he respect or deserve it. I said, ooh wee. All right now.
What?
40 Crib threw me off. Threw me all the way off. Cud got a little Cud got a cut water in his hand, so I don't know how many he had before then. I said, come on, Munchie. God damn, boy. You know what I'm saying? But his bond's away now, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah. I mean, do you respond? I mean,
nah, I ain't respond. I ain't responding. That's what I was saying. Like you don't know how long I ain't been on my page. I ain't responded to nobody. Like, what are you talking about? You could have just called me, bro. But
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly, why would you believe anything that come out of Rat No 100 mouth? Why would you believe anything that come out of his mouth, bro?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I think he's gonna regret it.
Munchie B is so tied up in the one to beef with Whack. His back is against the wall. He's so flustered. He's so at a loss for what to do next. Now you beefing with Spody Face, and Whack is lying. But then Munchie B will say, "Oh, if he's lying, why you didn't come out and clear it?" Because, bro, you don't have to come out and clear it.
That I ain't gonna lie,
But Munchie don't. That's how Munchie is, man. Like, oh, nigga should know that.
Oh yeah, they ain't tripping. I'm just throwing it back.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. I gotta check that out. I'm lost in the sauce.
Yeah, you lost in the sauce. Go get up on that, man. Get you some content, homie. Hey, listen, on 40 Crip, I'm not about to keep doing your job and I ain't getting paid, bro. I'm trying to tell you this shit. Yeah, homies, I'm not about to do your job and come bless your platform because I can't be the narrator in it, you know what I'm saying, in the research. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga right here, boy. This is cold.
I'm just saying, cuz, I gotta tell you about it.
Yeah, I'm a real homie, gang. Like, goddamn.
Go get your content up, bro.
I'm
trying to give it to you before Gangsta for YouTube and all that report on it. They already did it, so I don't think they did it yet. He posted. He told me to go fire. I got an answer to him. Fire my channel up.
But he said this on his No Jumper.
Nah, cuz set that on his 14.
Oh yeah, cuz be tripping. I gotta go.
So when he said that, the first thing come on my mind, cuz access granted. Cuz you know what I'm saying? You ask, you shall receive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I said I don't know why you would believe anything that come out of Whack mouth though. Like I don't know if he was loaded. He was definitely drinking. I'm like, bro, he tripping, dog. But we gonna give you what you want. This what you want.
Munchie B don't want to issue with Spody Face. That's way out of his tax racket. Yes, I'm on the phone with somebody. Yes, I got him on mute. Yes, they talking. It's related to the content. But Munchie B, you way out of your tax bracket. Let me see if I can get this person on speaker shit they want to hear be heard.
Oh, sure.
That's crazy, man. I don't get it, man. But I mean,
Yeah. Didn't get mad because he said he got mad because I went on Dejan Paul to there in LA with Tam and Dejan. They invited me to come back over there. I lost a bet to him. I just came and paid him his little push-ups or whatever. We had a little bet about the YG, how many albums, how many units he was gonna push or whatever. I lost.
yeah, I
So
seen that.
I went and gave him his push-ups and stuff, but he came up and I guess he got mad at me for saying, you know what I'm saying, stating the obvious. And to be real, I could have said a whole lot about money. I didn't cover it. I let it live. I left it alone. You know what I'm saying? All content to me ain't content. I'll be passing him about it. But he got mad at me that I told Dejan Paul said he not a street, but he wouldn't think that somebody that considered that snitching what Munchie B did. And I said, I'm not talking about him, but I will give you an example. And this everybody knows this, bro. If something that comes out your mouth and a person has to take a plea agreement with that or go to trial, get convicted on that, bro, you're considered a rat. That's just what it is, bro. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. If it's not like on a wiretap, like you unknowingly like on a wiretap, then you might got some wiggle room with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Phones tap, they not on. But if you get on a recorded call, bro, are you saying something in the public knowingly, bro, and they use your statement to get anybody convicted or you have to take a deal? What is that considered, bro?
Yeah.
I thought that was common knowledge. No, tell me, no, tell me am I wrong? What is that? If I use your statement or anything that you said, bro, against someone that get them to make them have to take a plea agreement or, you know what I'm saying, get convicted in trial, what is that, bro? What are you considered to the streets?
All right. I mean, that's how we gonna look at it. You already know, but everybody don't look at that shit the same, man.
It has to be to look the same. Like, unless you got caught on a wiretap. Man, he did that to me too. Like, bro,
Okay.
So my whole thing about the Munchie shit is like, I ain't never even called Cuz a rat. But if anything you say or do, if it's used in a court of law, bro, to prosecute somebody, and they get booked for it, whether they take a, you know what I'm saying, a plea bargain or they get found guilty, bro, you know what that's called, dog. You feel me? To be honest, I'm like the one of the few niggas that didn't even speak up on it. Like he getting mad, and then the nigga gonna say, I don't know, cuz gonna say something like towards like, oh, because niggas asking like, why you just didn't call Spody? Like, if you thought what Wack was said was true, like, why you just didn't call Spody? And then they niggas say like, oh, well, nigga didn't answer. I mean, he said, well, silence mean confirmation. Silence mean confirmation. What? Like, nigga, I ain't even got on the net. Nigga, when the last time I dropped on YouTube? A month ago? Like, what are you talking about, bro? And then the nigga gonna say, oh, only call the people who deserve it, or I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, so that mean Adam 22, you feel like the same nigga who did all the bullshit and had niggas and bullshit and still got the police up there and laughing about it, the nigga that tell you he's going to tell on you. The same nigga that wouldn't put $1 on Young and Hefe book because he said he gotta see what's going on. The same nigga that who said he's gonna tell on you, he gonna let these niggas in. He deserve a phone call, but you can't. That shit to me be baffling, cuz. Like, I ain't even got into it. I'm gonna make a video about it, but you know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, these niggas got their priorities fucked up, cuz. Dead homies, nigga. Like, oh wait. And then the nigga gonna say, oh, that's bunk because I said if a nigga want to have an opportunity, if a nigga have an outside work relationship with Flakko, that's on them. I don't really care about it. I don't care about it. But if you a street nigga, because he said, oh, no, basically no street dudes should deal with Flakko. So I'm telling him, if ain't no street dudes gonna deal with these dudes, you gotta play fair, bro, because that mean you can't, niggas work with pedophiles, niggas work with all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be interviewing niggas, all type of shit that ain't no business, on 50 yards and all type of shit. So you get mad that you into it with Flakko now, so you don't want nobody to
into it with niggas that go on 50 yards. God damn. I never stopped being biased to my homies. I came into the internet saying that I was biased to my homies. I'm going to leave the internet saying I was biased to my homies. One of my first pieces of content. Dylan, take her to the back to eat. Sit out there with her. One of my first. Katie, wake up. Get up, bro. What you doing? Are you in the bed? Get your half Mexican behind out that bed, brother. It is 1 o'clock. Wake your game up, pimpin'. Did you hear your brother get up? Did you hear your dog get up? Did you brush your little nasty teeth? Did you wash your little gross face? Wake your game up, pimpin'. I know. Come here. Come on. Come on. Good afternoon, sir. Nice for you to join us. Time to wake up. We try not to wake y'all up all extra early, but it is 1 o'clock, and you do got football practice, and you ain't really did nothing today. I love you. Let's figure it out, sir. Parenting. But no, I'm never going to stop being biased towards my homies. The only difference between me and everybody else is I don't lie about being biased towards my homies.
Fuck with Flakko.
Man, don't no one nigga tell no nigga who they can and cannot talk to, gang.
Yeah, that's a fact. But let me land for a second. He's specifically mad that I said that I don't have a problem with niggas having a relationship with Flakko street dudes. I say that be simply this: if you a street dude, you know you ain't supposed to be telling them nothing because you know it's get down. You know the antics and shenanigans and how you run this content. You know us, that's like even being a street dude. We know how to separate that life when we come in the house. When we come in the house, we ain't telling wifey niggas this slid. Not that I ever did nothing a day in my life before it, or nigga ain't telling moms or sister. Nigga ain't doing nigga leaving out in the streets. You get what I'm saying? So niggas that's running their mouth, that's on them, bro. You feel me? If a nigga say, oh, no street nigga should deal with Flakko. Nigga, no street niggas, nigga, you're not gonna get nowhere in life. You're not gonna go nowhere because that mean every
thing. Here go the thing too. We just watched the video for the first hour of this live about Munchie B dealing with Flakko. So it's interesting how that situation comes across.
Anybody who got a real job, bro, nigga, all these niggas is all type of shit. In any type of industry, the entertainment industry, football, all these niggas be bullshit. All these niggas be bad. Everybody that did something, everybody that got a pass. So that means you can't fuck with nobody, bro, but street niggas, real thorough street niggas.
And they don't really exist no more.
He the same nigga that was interviewing PC Baby Diddy, though, 2 times. With nigga with PDF charges, you talking about, that's bunk.
Fuck all that. Kill cuz. Fuck all that.
I ain't doing all that. I ain't got a problem with him.
Yeah, no, we don't want to unalive anybody. We don't promote or no, that's wrong. Let's just throw that out there. Community guidelines, we are saying here at TNN Trap News Network, we do not support, nor do we condone, nor do we support, nor do we condone anybody unaliving anybody. You don't want to do that. That's not what we're here for at all.
That bad. I ain't even mad at it like that. I just
hey, Spody, I ain't talking to you. I'm just out to blur shit, man. Fuck that.
Yeah. I don't want no harm run to the brother, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just niggas be sounding dumb when they talk, bro. Like you went to it with Flakko, you know what I'm saying, and you don't want nobody to fuck with him. I mean, that's on you, nigga. You know what I mean? I ain't teach his own, homie. Teach his own. You know.
You don't want nobody to fuck with Flakko, but you'll sit down with Flakko for hours and have a conversation to where you can break down crimes that nobody knew about your homie knocking out Ralphie the Plug's teeth and then wearing them, which is actually a crime.
Shout out to him. He won the contest, so we definitely gonna give him some content.
Man, don't do him like that, guy.
I'm gonna go ahead and fire up the old Macintosh, man. Cut this book.
This nigga, you don't knock it off.
Keep me clean, I'm smooth as a motherfucker, cuz you don't like it, cuz. But look though, I'm gonna go ahead and fire up this Macintosh that I got, man. You know what I'm saying?
So you heard Spartan basically voicing his I guess his dislike for why Munchie is dissing him, right? Basically saying, you cool with Flakko. If you cool with Flakko, then you all bad. But he's saying, hey, I ain't got no dog in this fight. This between you and Flakko. You saying I can't be cool with Flakko? Is like,
but then see, that's true. You saying that he can't be cool with Flakko, but you sat down with DC baby Drakeo, who has these crazy charges, the same crazy charges that you are alleging Flakko to have, and you knew about it. So Munchie B is really all money over morals, because he'll sit down with DC baby Drakeo and he'll act oblivious and act like he doesn't know about all the charges, but he'll sit down with him because he's messy and he wants to embarrass Spody Face, and he wants to take Spody Face, off the map and all that kind of stuff. He'll do that, but then he'll be like, oh, well, don't blah, 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 don't blah, blah, blah. But then you'll sit with Flakko, and then you'll, give up all this information. Oh, the Crips are talking to Flakko, but then it's blah, 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 blah when you're doing it. So it just doesn't really seem like this is really too logical. You feel me? I don't really see it. I just see a bunch of hypocrisy, fool. We being 100% transparent about it, but let's continue on with this content. You know what I mean? Let's continue on with this content. What do I know? What do I know? Let's see what my man Cedric of Nashington. Let's see. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. How y'all feeling this Thursday, chat? How y'all feeling this Thursday? Let me see. Oh, I'm tripping. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. Oh, shit. My bad, y'all. I thought the screen was being my fault. I did something slow. I thought it was sharing with y'all. My bad.
I can't get the dough. Was finna hit the stage. Then I heard somebody got hit with a blade.
Well, in developing news this morning, rapper Drakeo the Ruler was stabbed to death after a backstage fight at an LA music festival Saturday. Police say the 28-year-old was fatally injured with an edged weapon and died after being taken to a local hospital. Drakeo was among dozens of artists scheduled to perform at the Once Upon a Time in LA festival. After the incident, Live Nation and Snoop Dogg, who helped organize the event, decided to end the concert early. Officers from the LAPD and California Highway Patrol, some equipped with riot gear, kept a watchful eye on audience members as they evacuated the area. They were determined not to see a repeat of the recent Astroworld tragedy where fans were crushed.
Now, this situation is crazy. This whole situation as a whole, you just kind of got to pay attention to, because it's not really the best situation. And Drakeo the Ruler for sure was put into a very flammer situation. So God bless the dead. But, excuse me, when it comes down to it as a whole, we're going to continue on. What's up, Mr. Razwan?
I can't get the dough. Was finna hit the stage. Then I heard somebody got hit with a blade.
Well, in developing news this morning, rapper Drakeo the Ruler was stabbed to death after a backstage fight at an LA music festival Saturday. Police say the 28-year-old was fatally injured with an edged weapon and died after being taken to a local hospital. Drakeo was among dozens of artists scheduled to perform at the Once Upon a Time in LA festival. After the incident, Live Nation and Snoop Dogg, who helped organize the event, decided to end the concert early. Officers from the LAPD and California Highway Patrol, some equipped with riot gear, kept a watchful eye on audience members as they evacuated the area. They were determined not to see a repeat of the recent Astroworld tragedy where fans were crushed in a panic.
And people kept on wondering, Nash, why is you staying away from this shit? Because it was too many people.
It was a lot going on that night for sure.
In LA talking. Man, listen.
Breaking news. Rapper YG is being accused of murder.
Apparently, this took place right here in his hometown. Police officers said they are looking for more information. Him or his team have yet to make a statement.
They say I murdered this. They say I murdered that. Well, if that was true, you'd be a rag. And I'd be in the cell sleeping on a rag. But too bad that ain't no rag. All that talking on the app. The streets done, yes, a rap. They want to send me for the city whack. Same ones brought the city back.
It's not silence on my end, y'all. That's the video is silent. So don't think that it's just quiet.
Let me speak as the California landlord. Bruh, you can't do none of this shit that y'all doing. If you or somebody around you is being investigated for murder, you don't want to go out making no victory songs of how innocent you are and all of this shit until people are arrested, tried, and convicted, and then we get the appeals and all that shit. Because if you don't do it in that way, the speculation is going to be insane. And when you get to the end of this video, the speculation part being insane is going to make so much damn sense because of how I'm going to orchestrate it for y'all. But we got a whole lot more to get to. Roll it.
Turn up the score. I'm at war. Motherfucker, I'm at war. I don't even know how I end up in the beef. When I started, it didn't involve me. Not me for the thief for he had beef with
Yeah, we don't need to get involved in that.
a whole nother rapper, but that's a story for another day, a whole nother chapter.
Y'all want to take it there? Stab him in the neck. You want to take it there? Say y'all shed tears. Stay team. Hey. They can wear my eyes.
Draco was all over Adam, right? Talking about this. No.
Hey, Draco is dead, bro. What are we talking about? Don't make me disrespectful.
Hold on, homie.
Hey, bro, look. Hold on. Hey, you know Draco shit used to be on the table and ain't there no more, right? Draco shit was on the table and ain't there no more, right? Hold on. You do know I said Draco and his brother worked there on Friday. Dumbass stuff, bro. Hey, Draco is dead, bro. Hey, bro. Kill Draco. I pass the bottle back and forth to him all the time. What are we talking about?
That's the agenda because I do Draco with Whack 100. I ask some questions.
Draco is dead, bro.
And I don't believe this spineless drunk has anything to do with anything. But the issue that you're going to find out is when y'all are trying to associate yourself with certain things, the police could come up and hit you up years on down the line for an active investigation that has not been solved. That's the issue with these people. It hasn't been solved. So the way your perspective is supposed to work is to be a perspective of
how it is. Shit. Niggas keep saying, oh, well, it should go like this. It should go like that. If any of you geniuses, first of all, you mean to tell me somebody with a fucking YA education is going to give you legal advice? You mean to tell me somebody who has a jailhouse education at the ripe age of 14 years old, is supposed to be who I'm trusting for legal? Come on, bro. If you trust any of these fucking geniuses for legal representation, legal advice, you deserve whatever it is you're going to get. You feel me?
Yeah, man, it's crazy out here. Everybody's saying a whole bunch of shit. I don't know nothing about anything. But let's just make it a little more interesting.
Do you have any interest in talking about what has been going on the past couple of days?
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't do that alone.
I mean, it don't matter because I ain't running or shying away from them because I ain't.
I'm gonna lay out the whole timeline. Then I'm gonna say what happened, and also what I'm about to say might be the reason why this podcast is cut short. Perhaps.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Hopefully not. But okay.
It's amazing how much conversation was given about this situation, considering the fact that it's an open investigation. How much conversation is being given about this, considering that it's an open investigation that everybody knows about, is beyond me. This is wild and crazy, kids. Wild and crazy.
Yesterday, sheriffs come here, or not sheriffs.
CHP, California Highway Patrol.
Okay, they come here. They're looking for Munchie. Josh says, "What they like? What are you looking to speak to him about, or whatever?" And they say, "We're investigating a murder." And Josh, I guess, takes the card, texts Munchie, tells him, gives him the phone number or whatever, and that was that. Then today at, I don't know, 11 a.m., 11:30, they're back, same dudes, plain clothes, driving like a regular truck or something, I guess. And they, again, approach Josh and for some reason offer more information. They say, we're looking for Munchie and Adam, and that we're looking for them because we want to have a conversation about an investigation that we're doing into the murder of Drakeo the Ruler.
And YG pays.
Dude, don't be there. Up to school. We didn't give know who was gonna be there. None of that. We just got paid to come.
Right.
Drakeo got his money. He was gonna do his show if it was just two of us. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was gonna go.
But before that, like a lot of people say the energy was weird already. Like, did y'all
we
sense?
wasn't there. We was never there.
Oh,
We got there at 8:30. It was cracking at 8:32. Like type. Like,
wow.
yeah, that's the type of.
Big work, bro. And again, this is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot to do over an open case. Having on a suit with shorts is crazy.
That the police have been using people to shake little here's and there's to see what rolls out. See, what they're really searching for, and what people don't understand is they're searching for cell phones, these things right here, because once we can establish cell phone, once we can establish all of this shit, that nice little federal building, it starts getting a little more friendlier. See, you're now involving lawsuits where
because the people at Live Nation, they don't want to take the blame for this. Live Nation is a big part of the reason why nobody's talking about it, but Live Nation is a big part of the reason why this situation is happening, because nobody at Live Nation wants to take accountability for this situation at all. Understandably.
Snoop is actively trying to get out of here. Like, bro, I got paid. I'm not going to bring up Snoop's countersuit to everything that's going on, because he's being sued for the security purposes of this shit when he wasn't nothing but a promoter and a performer. So he's not responsible for any of this shit. It's actually the people who booked everybody that's the responsibility of it. And they're essentially saying, yo, no, Snoop, since you was there, you're supposed to be involved. If that's the case, then Drakeo's family sue everybody. It works out better that way. But why I don't believe the spineless drunk didn't have anything to do with it, because it doesn't make sense from where I'm sitting at. Drakeo had beef with a whole lot of people. You're talking 3 different cities involved already. You're talking Compton, you're talking Inglewood, and you're talking LA. Mm-hmm. So you're not just having anything go on. These are 3 different cities. All LA County, but they're all 3 different cities. Miss me with the bullshit when y'all try to do this fake unity bullshit, because y'all know how it go. Anyways, so we're looking at this going, shit. Drakeo knew what he was doing. Drakeo had a lot of ops. Drakeo had a lot of people who wanted to get in his atmosphere. Drakeo was bringing and ushering a new wave. So we don't really know shit about nothing. And if you really did know something about something, if you're still in California, you got to be a goddamn idiot.
Mm-hmm.
If it would have been me who would have stabbed Drakeo the Ruler, I can tell you this. I wouldn't have been in no goddamn California to see me on a Greyhound somewhere going somewhere completely different. But this is where the proverbial nail in the coffin can get.
But that's real. And it's like we're watching just episode after episode of World's Dumbest Criminals. And then people get mad when we highlight the world's dumbest criminals, despite the fact that they've been all on the internet being the world's dumbest criminals. Like, you can't continue to be upset with us. You can't continue to be upset with the podcasters. Oh, you this, oh, you that, oh, you talking too much about this, oh, you talking too much about that. You niggas get on camera and just talk about anything. Like, your etiquette online is just disgusting. It's disparaging. The way you guys go about these situations is just, it's just so tacky. You niggas just have no coof.
Place I don't believe it, but this is where all the intrigue lies.
Characteristics, let him be an actor. Why would I be beefing with dude? I was the factor. I'm at war. 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 I'm at war.
Shit, I don't live at no jumper. Why they keep coming here? That's all. I mean, I don't know.
They came at 11:30. We'd be doing the news normally at noon. They probably thought you was finna be there at like that time.
Oh yeah, shit. I ain't homeless. I don't live here.
And that, well, yeah, you said, why didn't they just go to my house if they were trying to talk to me?
Right. So that's all.
Why is it the CHP? That's what I'm confused about.
Oh, but I mean, clearly you don't give a fuck having this conversation because you're here, you're live. We were all anticipating when you were coming here today. We were all kind of expecting the cops to just like pop out of the car when you pulled up.
But nobody did anything preventative to get this man out of there safe. Y'all all sat there and just waited for the police to pop out and arrest Munchie B, but nobody thought it would be smart to warn Munchie B or give Munchie B a safe passage to and from No Jumper, or even tell him, hey, the police just came up here looking for you. How about you just don't come? But it's good content if Munchie B gets arrested on camera, and Munchie B can't afford not to go to work at No Jumper because he needs them little twos and fews.
Have a conversation with you. Apparently,
Isn't it sick that he needs those twos and fews so bad that in a situation where he's telling us online, hey, we thought the police were going to come and get you, he still knowingly walks into that scenario because he needs the money? That is crazy work. Talk about down bizad, down all the way bad.
I was kind of like prepared for that.
Yeah. But you're not worried about having that conversation or anything?
About what to the I don't got no conversation for them because I don't know. That's what lawyer. You talk to my lawyer.
That's what your approach would be.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all want, bro. Like shit, ain't nothing to talk about.
Damn. Yeah, I was gonna hear him out. I just want to know what they fucking are talking about. And with the whole lawyer thing, it's like, damn, that's a lot of money for something where, like, if I felt like I had even a semblance of plausible criminal issues, I would get my lawyer involved. But being that I have zero to offer, I wasn't really worried about it. But
I don't got nothing to offer too. But you know, they get to creating narratives, and they might, you know what I'm saying, they mind. They like delusional. I've never been fought.
Hey, what do you expect out of Adam 22, who's telling you, hey, bro, this is a federal podcast. This is a federal podcast with a federal informant.
5 or 10 feet away from that nigga. Like just like Whack. I never been around Whack a day in my life.
Right.
I mean, if you look at, for people that have been watching like this case or just, you know, this story from the beginning, it seems like the LAPD in general has exhibited a lot of ineptitude. They don't really seem to know too much. I'm wondering if like these recent.
You have to remember too, when Lush is saying that the LAPD is exhibiting a lot of ineptitude, they don't know anything and all that. This is all on a public platform. This is all on a public platform. This is all on a public platform. So the LAPD is watching this. Now they have something to prove.
And videos and documentaries kind of brought the attention to them as to where they're like,
well, that's the question is, did the videos provoke them to take the investigation more serious, or
are the videos 100% right?
Because in Flakko's video, he claimed to have insider information from the cops about their investigation and how they were going to arrest this guy. I think that all of us who know him kind of thought that there was probably a really good chance that that was bullshit, and that he was just saying that because somebody from the streets told him some shit, and he was basically like chalking it up to the cops to make it seem more official, just because I wouldn't really put that past Flakko.
Do cops say that to regular people, like citizens, and we're going to arrest this guy?
Cops would never say that to a regular person. There's no way a cop would ever come up to a regular person and say this. How many people have already been arrested at Adam's studio or right after an interview? Like, why keep going? Because Munchie B can't afford not to go.
Want the police to question you at No Jumper with all the mics so that you can exonerate yourself. Because if you were to have them meet you at your house, you do realize anybody gets arrested after the police met with you at your house, and we don't have recordings, we don't have anything, that the perception is going to be, well, you already work for the Grit Yard program. You already work with somebody who say that they cool with certain aspects of LAPD. Bruh, that's 3 times a strike, and you over there at No Jumper, where idiots come through and they think they comfortable and have to prove.
Now, that's real. Where idiots think they're comfortable, have to come and prove their idiocy and prove their gangster and then prove their innocence all in the same episode.
Prove themselves to a bunch of people who are only curious and interested if you really lived that life, and if you did live that life, when are you going to die or when are you going to go to prison? Those two things only. That's the allure of the gang member, gang banger podcaster is when are you going to fight? When are you going to get stabbed? When are you going to get shot? When are you going to get arrested? When are you going to die? That's the only thing that you are interesting about. There is no perspective that you could give. So it would have been best if you would have said, man, tell the cops, bring their punk asses up here right now. We going to roll this shit live, and they going to ask me what they going to ask me.
Boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. But nope. Ninjas crawl over to that freak factory. Crawl over to that freak factory because they need the views, because they can't do it without it.
And I'm going to show y'all how to do y'all 1-2, how to do y'all Douglas. You dig what I'm talking about? But these dummies don't understand this shit because there is this fake ass mindset that says if you say anything to the police, bro, you the police. But all y'all who have been pulled over, that would make y'all all stupid. All he would have had to do was get asked those questions and would have said, I don't know shit about nothing you're talking about. Don't know anything about that. Don't know nothing about that. Don't know anything, whatever the hell and all that shit. Because the cops would have said, hey, so you made a video saying you passed the bottle to the person who, whatever the fuck. Hey, man, that was all Instagram promo, all this shit and everything. Controversy sells. I'm a rapper. Next question. Oh, so who was the person you passed the bottle to? I just told you controversy sells, so I just took advantage of a moment. It is what it is. You don't like the way I promote my shit, that's your problem. So you're going to give us the name of the person who did this? There is no name. It's all made up. I just told you it was for promotion. Anything else? You're seeming very hostile. Yeah, we got a business to run. I'm paid to run a goddamn opinion spot on my behalf on a very active YouTube channel that's getting views. Anything else before I get back to work? Because are you charging me with anything? No, we just wanted to take your statements. There'll be a bunch of dumbasses who would say, you're saying too much. What did I say? That you made it up? Now what can the police run with? Nothing. And then that be your story. That be a story of Samson Simpson, but you don't know nothing, a bomber clotting, batty boy. That's what you should be doing. But they don't understand this. So more than likely what's going to happen is you're going to get
Seti Nash is making some points, bro. I can't even disagree with nothing that Seti Nash is saying, because if you go on no jumper, you're just at this point, you know, a willing idiot. You feel me? That's just it. You're just a willing idiot. There's no real reason. There's no real person that can convince me that this is a good decision. This is just bad decision making at its absolute finest. At its absolute finest. So I'm not really sure why these niggas continue to move like this, continue to do what they're doing, but they'll tell you that it's the best thing for them. They'll tell them that's, you know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Seti Nash won't let you close this out, man, because you saying some good thing, bro. You saying some good things. So I ain't even mad at you, my nigga. I ain't even mad at you because I think that Seti Nash is speaking God's truth.
From a roach-infested apartment, and somebody that's going to be there say, hey, yo, what do y'all want? I ain't got nothing to say to y'all. What about these statements? I ain't got nothing to say to y'all. Well, we want to talk to you. Talk to my lawyer. All right, well, we're going to come back. Man, don't come back. And that's what he would do at his home more than likely. And that ain't going to be good enough for the idiots. I don't believe Spineless Drunk had anything to do with nothing. I don't know who he know that might be involved in all that, but if you dumbasses was running around LA talking about how you stabbed somebody and got away with it, bro, and all this shit, you're not going to get away with it the moment you open your mouth. I believe in the pirate's way. Dead men tell no tales. So it is what it is. When y'all ask me, why won't you make this video about this, about that, bro? Hell no. Hell no. Nah, there's certain things on my channel that I can do, and there's certain things on my channel I can't do. And saying that somebody from some set has something to do with this shit, nah, not Nash. Hell nah. But y'all, let me know y'all thoughts on this one. It is what it is. If anybody get mad at what I said about any of this shit, listen, let me pay attention. Let me get y'all to pay attention to certain things about this shit over here. We don't know nothing about anything as far as no murders and all this shit with Drakeo the Ruler. All I know is he made dope-ass music. Go run his streams up, man. I rock with his music and all that shit. I definitely play that shit all throughout America. If you'd have been in the car with Seti Nash, y'all already know when y'all get up in here, I Mr. Doom Cold anyways, my goddamn way. So, first off, my life is back. Now, let me stop doing